begin soon enough. Alright. And we are live. So, hello everyone, welcome to Dragonfall Pathfinder session 08, and I'm leaving everything else to the DM. Enjoy!
Hello everyone online. We are here with number 8 Dragonfall?
Yes.
Fun day. So, which one of us wants to recap the insanity that happened last week? Let's pick someone other than Eodin, since he seems to do it most of the time.
We went into a dwarven city. It was full of douchebags. It was
lots and lots and lots of douchebags.
It was full of racist douchebags who are douchebags.
There's at least two that weren't racist douchebags, because like one was homeless and the other one was a nice food cart lady.
Yeah. The group split up. Crom had very little luck gaining information. Sapin learned pointless information. Sapin failed at gathering more information. Trebal has gained no information. Steve has been followed by like 8 million guards everywhere because he's a goblin, because racism. Maffeo and Aoden have done actually a nice thing and have gained information from doing a nice thing. And that's basically about it.
Yeah, that's pretty close to mostly what happened. You guys learned quite a bit about like some of the workings going on there.
Oh yeah, the dwarven city is also under control by hobgoblins. Somehow.
And they seem to be a very well-organized group of hobgoblins.
How is it possible that these dwarves have not, like, utilized militia and didn't, like, wipe them out is beyond me.
That is the question now, isn't it?
Yes.
And I believe, do you guys remember where you finished off?
We were on the skiff heading, I think we were heading back to the oasis, and we had just finished discussing what, we had just finished hearing from Scrapper about the hobgoblins and been warned about bewaring of the blue hobgoblins. Beware.
See, right there, those were the blue hobgoblins.
They are, yeah, just something definitely you need to worry about.
Yeah, we got some kind of burned letter which had like, beware the blue hobgoblin. We know that like, there was like 20 years of them like chilling and then just out of nowhere started being aggressive cunts. Somehow they had an iron grip on the nobility for 400 years, which basically tells me that this dwarf fortress is really badly done and the player needs to, you know, man the fuck up. And that's about it. Also, Scrapper's family got, like, annihilated. And he will get annihilated as well.
Because they knew too much.
Yeah, we kind of caused that, so he's probably gonna die this session.
Well, I mean, he's coming with us to Oasis.
Well, he's probably gonna get assassinated, you know. I mean, we need some kind of reason to actually do this.
Potential overwhelming hobgoblin army isn't enough reason to try and stop them?
Not really. I mean, it doesn't matter what flag is over the tavern as long as the tavern functions.
You really don't know a lot about Hobgoblin Society, do you?
I'm just saying.
They're not going to let the tavern run. They're just going to take you for slaves.
Did anyone roll?
The dwarven city exists.
Did anyone roll for Hobgoblin lore or culture?
I think someone was about to do that, and we ended the session.
Okay, so who was going to do that? You need dungeoneering for that.
Noted.
I think I had already rolled, and I was also just going off of Steve being a goblin, so he would have some knowledge of hobgoblins.
So, if we want to roll that, just so we have refresh numbers.
I can do that. Not fantastic, but
It's not bad. Does anyone else want to roll?
I don't have
I
engineering,
don't
so
have
I can't.
engineering.
It's a knowledge.
I also do not have dungeoneering.
I thought there was at least one other person who had dungeoneering in our group.
Crom!
Knowledge religion. No, I have knowledge religion.
Give me a second, I'm gonna have a look see. Is it me? Am I actually being stupid right now?
Nope, it's treble.
Oh.
I also have dungeoneering, but I think I'm gonna skip out on this one, guys. I can't really focus. I'm fucking so tired right now.
Alright.
That's
It's okay, man.
I'm sorry, I just need some more sleep. I'll see you
Traitor!
guys.
Traitor, we need you, man. I'm joking, go.
I was like, I'm not going to be playing something in this. I've already got enough things I'm managing. Alright,
Sorry,
well,
guys, but yeah, I just need some sleep.
No problem, go rest
Are you
up.
gonna
Give
be there
yourself.
for Stalingrad?
Yeah, I'll be there for Stalingrad. If I didn't get some sleep now, I wouldn't be there for that, and I want to at least be there for that since I missed that too many times for my liking. So that I feel safe at least missing one session of this. So
Okay.
Okay, man.
Well, we'll see you in a few hours then, man.
Take it
See you,
easy.
my dude.
Rest up.
Take it easy. Defeat the bad dreams.
yeah, all right. See you guys
Bye.
later. Bye.
Well, this is bad. We don't have Maffeo.
Alright, well, your two here are good enough to know some things. Let me pull those up.
What about Bolta?
Yeah, Balto and Matteo are going to be a little
Cardboard.
inactive.
Yeah, if Maffeo is not here, Bolto is not here, because if something happened to Bolto when Maffeo is not here, that would be fucking terrible.
Alright, so your guys' roles here let you know that Hobgoblin Society is very militant. And when I say that, they are almost always some form of lawful, usually lawful evil or lawful neutral. But they are very, structured. They can do and will take on slaves, and they have an intense hatred and fear of magic. And usually, if they don't subjugate magic users, they just outright kill them. And that is all magic users, divine, arcane, whatever. If you perform magic, they usually are highly distrustful, if not outright, aggressive.
Do they not have shamans or something like that?
Nope, they do everything without magic.
That's very strange.
And that's what's terrifying, is that they are able to fight magic users because there are some subspecies of hobgoblins that are not only magic resistant, but some are even immune to certain types of magic. But those are usually rare species.
Probably marked by a interesting skin color, I would imagine.
Skin color or skin markings. They usually have some outwardly sign that they are unique goblins or hobgoblins. But yeah, usually if they can, they will grow in size. They will overtake, different cultures, civilizations, or whatever they can, and hold it for as long as possible. Usually, having whatever subspecies enslaved under their boot heel.
Oh, that's not a good thing. Definitely something we need to bring to the attention of the bronze dragons back in Oasis. The bronze dragon blooded, I should say.
They're technically dragons, even if they're only half dragons.
But they eat other dragons.
I figured there's probably a few quarter dragons and like eighth dragons and a few sorcerers of a dragon heritage who aren't quite full dragon. So
let's learn math over dragons.
So,
I mean, there are variants for dragon-blooded, quarter dragons, all sorts of things.
So you guys are telling me that these hobgoblin things, which are basically just bigger goblins, somehow killed a dragon.
I don't think it's so much as somehow we're pretty sure we know how they killed the dragon. A metric ton of arrows.
But aren't dragons supposed to be kind of like really dangerous, really big, mighty, you know?
Yeah, but I think if you fill anything with enough extra holes, it's going to fall over.
Even dragons?
Well, a
Yeah.
good third of those arrows were
We
bleed
are
arrows.
talking in character.
I'm just reminding you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
a large majority of those arrows were bleed arrows.
What they said.
I mean, I remember hearing stories about dragons. They usually can take ballistas straight to the chest, and they just ding off their armor.
Regardless, they did it. They killed the dragon.
Maybe we are dealing with more than just hobgoblins. Have you
Or
thought about
maybe
it?
there's just a lot of them.
I don't know.
Hobgoblins don't usually work with other races.
I can,
If they do, they have them as a servitile race.
all I'm saying is, I'm looking at our friend Steve here, and I have a hard time imagining him defeating a dragon.
Oh,
Huh!
one
I
Steve, sure.
I am not a hobgoblin.
Oh, come on, hobgoblins are basically just bigger Steves.
Much bigger.
Okay, just like a head bigger. Just like this. And she
More
she
organized.
lifts her hand, slightly above her head.
Don't forget more organized.
Organization is easy to break. The more organized you are, the easier it is to get rid of it.
Howden looks visibly confused at that.
That makes no sense, but okay.
I mean, if you are not organized at all, there's nothing to break.
But
But
you're
they
already
have
broken.
organization.
I'm just saying.
Oh, regardless, it's the
Okay.
information that we have, and it's what we were paid to find out, I think.
Alright, so we are gonna go to the dragons, we are gonna tell them about the hobgoblins, and they're just gonna come over, just burn the whole city to the ground, and we are golden.
I don't think it's quite that simple.
I hope it's that simple, but I don't believe it will be.
Oh, come on. Surely it is gonna be simple. Again, dragons, even if they're not, like, big dragons. They're like half dragons.
You're talking about the homicide of an entire dwarven city. They may not all be the best of people, but it's still innocent people.
I mean, if we really need to, we can always just evacuate them.
Well, that's less of our
Evacuate
job.
them and leave them homeless in the desert.
Well, once again, this is not really our job. Our job is to bring the information to those asked, and if they have great to work for us, we can help out. If not, then I think this is all a bit above us, to be blunt.
Yeah, we are not big heroes from like old legends or anything like that.
I'm certainly not.
Oh, by the way, Pimp is in the chat, he says hello.
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 What's up, what a pimp?
Hello.
Literally the best pimp.
The greatest of all pimps.
Yeah, but what does he say?
He says, good day everyone, and I asked him how he is, and he said good for now.
Oh.
Good to
I
hear.
hope it remains good for the rest of the day.
Hell, better. Good for the rest of his life.
Indeed. Indeed, good sir. I like the way you think.
But yes,
Yeah.
let us continue.
All right. So, the weather seems to be, the wind is picking up, and on the, let me take a look here, give you a good direction. So, kind of to the west, no, not west, that is mountains. To the east, you can see the starts of a windstorm starting to pick up.
I think we should probably pick up the pace.
I think
It
Alan
doesn't look-
is going. Sorry.
It doesn't look like that's the sort of thing we can avoid.
Yeah, Odin's going to try to get in touch with the ones actually driving the skiff, because if I remember right, we paid someone to do that for us.
Well, the captain's there, and one of his crew members is driving the skiff.
Yeah, Camden's in on the conversation.
Yeah, so
Because he
Bowden's
wants-
basically just going to gesture, be like, sandstorm's coming.
Sorry.
Kind of grimaces, "Hi. Well, where were you wanting to go? Because that's the direction of the oasis."
Oh, shite.
I mean, we could sail in a storm. It's just
Dangerous.
it's dangerous. Yes, we'd have to have most of you underneath, and anything loose has to be tied down and strapped down, more so than it already is.
Would it be better to strap down and wait for it to pass over?
Oh, I mean, yeah, but also staying still in the desert is rarely a good thing too.
Remember, guys, we have seen really big, like, worm things that looked like they could eat us all in one bite.
Although on the bright side, deathworms tend to avoid storms just because it messes with their sight.
I'd like to roll perception, by the way.
Go right ahead. What are you trying to
Oof.
perceive?
Basically, anything else along the horizon, like ruins or like trees, or basically anything that we could possibly take shelter in or on.
So you guys are still pretty close to the mountain range that's on the edge of the desert, and that's to the west. You guys kind of went south out of the mine, if I'm not mistaken, kind of south, kind of east, just kind of away. And so you've got the mountains directly there, which, I mean, if it'll hit, but it'll probably dissipate on the mountains. But then you're going that way.
Are there any like interesting looking like caves or anything in the mountains?
I mean, not where you can tell at the speed you're going at the moment.
You're not an elf, you don't have elf eyes.
Yeah, the elf who would be had a better chance of spotting that is kind of not here.
She's taking a nap
Anyone
for
else?
some reason.
Like to roll anyway, just to see what you see?
If it's all right, yeah, sure.
Talt did encourage that we roll perception randomly.
Ooh.
What are you trying to perceive here?
If once their idea has been pointed out to me, then Alden will start to look around for similar things. Any place that looks like it would provide adequate shelter for a skiff like this against a storm and against undersand threats.
Okay. Is that including your +1 for sleep?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I know this is late, but can I declare that Sabine touches Auden?
You know, sure.
Okay,
Go right ahead.
So yeah, Sabine touches Auden. Now you get +1 to that roll.
22.
Okay.
I also have that cantrip. I should have used it.
See, you guys have probably been talking for a good hour or so with what's his face as he's trying to get the information, talk it out, and you guys deduce everything that's been going on around you. And so you guys have been traveling sort of south-ish for the last hour.
I see Striker is moving us on the map. He's doing the thing I do.
I'm just trying to check to see how difficult these objects are to, or any, if there is any shelter in this area. How difficult they might be. Oh, it's a good thing you got that touch from Sapine, because you just barely made it.
Ooh,
Ha
yeah,
ha
yeah.
ha!
Thank you.
The touch is so good, I love it!
Yeah, guidance is
Alright.
great.
So a little bit farther south and closer to the mountains, you do see. You could guess it's an opening, but it looks more worked than just a natural cave.
Auden will get the captain's attention then and point that out. That looked like somewhere we could take shelter for a few hours.
He kind of looks around in the area, kind of looks towards the sand side. So yeah, and I think we could park the skiff over some stones, so it shouldn't attract any dangerous underground critters.
With any luck, yes.
All right, and so he snaps and goes up to his crewman who's manning the steering and points it out and just starts shouting at him, telling him to head that way.
While he's doing that, Auden is actually going to get into the extra little bit of supplies that he brought on board and ask around, does anyone need a sand mask?
What now?
He pulls up a couple of cloth masks. I can only afford one pair of goggles for myself, but these should help if that's not as sheltering as it looks, so at least you're not breathing sand. Basic cloth mask.
She shrugs and says, well, I mean, I will take it. Hopefully it will help out.
Yeah, he'll hand one to Sapine, one to Scrapper, and I have 2 more that I can hand out to whoever.
I have desert gear.
Can I use my scarf?
That's up to Striker.
Let me see. Yeah, that should be fine.
Sweet. Oh, I'm good, thanks.
I'll see if any other member of the crew needs one then, because I still have a spare 2. Yeah, other than that, I'm just gonna get my wand of cure light wounds ready in case it's needed, and keep my sling ready. Eat some berries. Give some berries to Scrapper, because I have a shit ton of berries.
Eowden, is this the
Hmm?
first time today you pulled out these berries?
I think so.
I want you to roll me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Oh no. Okay, out and eat some berries.
They are delicious and tasty.
Yum. They're secretly evil.
They're poisonous. You're dying.
If you don't remember, that's fine. It's not important.
I mean, they're berries.
Yep,
I've had
they're
them for like
berries.
2 days. I cast Purify Food on them. I think yesterday. Berries don't go bad that fast.
Nope, these berries are specifically designed to last well. So they can be traveled long distance and be good no matter who enjoys them, even if it does take some time for them to be transported to distant areas.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm terrified now, but this is going to be interesting. But yeah, eat some berries.
No, the berries taste fine, and there's no issue with the berries, as far as you can tell.
Chomp.
All right. Well, so the shelter, you guys are able to get to this cave, and as you reach, you realize it's not a cave so much as it looks like it's an entrance into a mine.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not a rounded hole, but it's actually a worked entryway.
So, we have arrived at the mine. We know that a dwarven city nearby, which is a mine, is under control by hobgoblins, and this is rather close to that city. I'm starting to get a feeling that we might be hitting some hobgoblins here.
Potentially, yes. That could be interesting.
Perhaps, or more dwarves.
Well, let's see how good they are in combat.
Cam's like, looks like this place has at least been abandoned for some time.
Could we at least strategize this time?
Sapin looks at Auden.
What?
No more running forward.
I mean, if it's undead, I can damage all of them at once.
I almost locked you in a tomb.
That's more on you than it's on me.
I got wounded because of you.
How is it my... You know what? Fine, it's my fault. Whatever. I will stay behind someone bigger.
That's funny considering most of our group are goblins, fucking gnomes, and dwarves.
Howden says, looking over at Matteo, who is asleep. Wait, fuck.
Technically, I'm still a medium creature, so you can still hide behind me.
I'm fairly sure you're wider than I am, because Howden is a skinny twig.
Did you just call him fat?
He's a dwarf, he's stocky.
Well, I do have a 16 in strength, so yeah, probably.
That is a lot of fucking strength.
Yep. My wisdom is my high stat, though.
Alright, so who's going in first?
Definitely Kromka's tank.
I can go in and do a quick look around.
Oh yeah. How sneaky are you, Steve?
Ah, my friends, I like to think I am very sneaky. Well, I like to think so, but there's been some adventures where things have seen through me, and there's been some adventures where my party didn't even know I was part of there.
Well, Steve, she touches your shoulder. I wish you luck. And then she casts the touch of destiny on you.
It's +1 to a sneak roll, or just +1 to any roll?
It's +1.
+1 to your next roll.
Yeah, it's +1 to the very next roll, whatever it is.
Okay.
Does that stack with guidance?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I think Howden is going to reach out, then pat him on the shoulder, and whisper something. And
You ho! I was gonna do the same.
if you do it first, Howden won't. I mean, just I don't really care which one of us does it.
You already said it first.
So, whatever. So yeah, he'll just pat him on the shoulder and whisper something celestial, as if a prayer. Though I forget who here speaks celestial. Is it Crom?
Yeah, it's Krom.
He literally just says in celestial, "Please make sure he doesn't do anything stupid."
If you're gonna cast
fantastic.
guidance on him, then I will cast Virtue, which means you now have 1 temporary HP for 1 minute.
A temporary HP. Okay. Well, I am going to, once we've kind of parked and pulled everything in, kind of jump off the skiff and roll for sneak.
Alright, well, roll. Remember all your bonuses.
+2, so...
Ooh. I mean, it's still amazing because your bonus, but damn.
Yeah. Well,
How the fuck do you have a 20-something? Okay, man, fucking rogues, man.
Goblin
It's
rogues
a
are
goblin thing.
dang.
Yeah.
Alright, well, as far as you're aware, no one can see you.
I'm
Probably roll
going
a
to
perception
go... Yeah. Let's see.
Almost should have started with the perception.
Probably. I feel like I go kind of a ways in, and then I'm like, I should probably be trying to look, figuring out what's actually around me.
Pretty good roll right there. Okay.
Also,
So
I
you're-
do have Trap Spotter, which means that you have to, if there are traps, you're supposed to sneakily roll and then tell me.
Mm-hmm. All right. So as you're going through, you're looking around, and there's a buildup of sand in the entrance of this mine. Like, you get the wind blows in, but it also just seems like no one's been through here, and you're not sure how long.
Okay.
But by the way the mine is set up, where like how the so it wasn't just like straight. There's like a little it didn't go straight into the desert. It was kind of like sideways in the hole as you got closer. That's why it looked worked, is because it was meant to avoid having sand just blow in there from every storm that came by. And so this buildup of sand is kind of congruent with this. No one's been in here in a while, despite the sandstorms that may have raged nearby.
Okay.
And you're not seeing any. Actually, I want you to roll me survival as well. how
Oh no.
That's pretty good, actually. From what you can tell, there's been no foot traffic or any sort of traffic through this entry into this cave. As far as you can tell, in months, if not years.
No
There's
foot
really been
traffic, even
no travel. As it looks like this is pretty much an abandoned mine.
no like animal travel as well.
So you can tell some minor animals, maybe smaller tiny animals that are just trying to get out of storms, but not a lot of it.
Okay.
I mean, quite honestly, it might be difficult to notice much in the way of animal prints as you get in, but you can definitely tell if there may have been some animals, but they have been very few and just trying to, and it doesn't seem like they've nested here.
I think I might delve like 15-ish more minutes in, just to kind of
Okay.
get not exactly that far in, just enough for the basic entryway and going down a couple hallways.
Right. And you're just kind of looking around as you're going in.
Yes.
Take a look at your character sheet really quick. So with you looking around, I'm going to assume you're going to roll another perception check, right?
Yes. Let me just roll for that. Another 9. Eh.
Okay. It looks like there's some minecart tracks that come out as the sand, as you're walking in. The sand is thinner, and you can see that underneath the sand there was cart tracks going out, and they keep going in, and you do come across a minecart that just seems like it's got some rocks piled up on the inside of the minecart.
So it just looks like they just stopped using it. It doesn't look like they were rushed out or anything. Like there's not just tools thrown everywhere.
I mean, there is a pickaxe in the minecart, but it doesn't look like it was rushily or hurriedly thrown in there. It was just placed in there, and it hadn't been picked up since the mine was used.
Okay.
I mean, the entire pickaxe is made out of stone, except for the head, which is made out of a very durable metal.
So standard dwarvish construction.
Yeah. They don't use much in the way of wood.
Well, after my, several minutes kind of going farther into this, I will turn around and head back out.
Why don't you roll
Rejoin
me
the
one
group.
more perception check on your way back out? Okay, so on your way out, you realize that there was an offshoot path that you hadn't noticed before because of the way it angled, and the fact that there was no light. Well, and you have dark vision, so you don't really need the light, but it wasn't really easy to tell that it was an offshoot from the way you came in.
Okay. I will poke my head in and go down that for like 10-ish minutes.
So it looks like they were starting to get ready to lay tracks down this way as well, and it kind of starts curving downwards as it goes in, as this particular path goes. But it looks like they hadn't actually started laying the tracks; they just started digging grooves into the ground.
Okay. Well, I will go a little way down there and then... Oh no. Well, that's not good. Well, no. After going down a little way, I will, turn around and this time head back towards the group for sure. Unless something else catches my interest.
Nope. That was what you missed the first time on that perception, but it was easier to see on the other way.
Okay.
All right, and you get back to the group. Your Steve has returned.
Yay.
Welcome back, Steve.
My friends, this place seems, well, rather boring to be honest. Looks to be some type of mine, most likely dwarves from the tools I saw. Hasn't looked to have been used in many years, I would say. Some chit chatter movement of small animals, but nothing really that interesting.
Well, boring means safe.
It could still also be worth looking around. Who knows, we might run into some fairly uncommon ores.
If
Well,
it's
the
been long abandoned, it might not be a bad place to look.
Well, the main mine looks pretty well used, though there is a offshoot that it looks like they hadn't exactly finished laying minecart tracks down yet. Not sure why. Didn't exactly get that far down the mine.
Well, let's go take a look, shall we?
Certainly.
Lead the way.
I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Don't you know that's a cursed phrase? He'll just shake his head and then head in, take lead.
Steve will follow second to make sure to be able to point out the offshoot.
Sabine will go last.
Treble goes second.
The captain sends one of his crew members with you just to, get a lay as he's going through while they get the ship strapped down. And yeah, like before, it seems like an abandoned mine. You do get to that offshoot, and you can point that out.
Here, my friends. It may not look like any anything from this way, but I swear there's an offshoot right here.
And once he points it out, it does become quite obvious to see the offshoot.
Huh, that is weirdly hard to see.
Crom will definitely take point. And as he's going, can I use another stone cunning perception check to like search the walls as I'm going and basically look for any oddities or ores or things like that?
You can roll a perception check.
Can I, when I pass through, do any perception check in case he misses anything?
I mean, you're all more than welcome to roll perception checks.
Can Sapin feel any magic or anything like that from the area that we are in?
Not specifically.
Okay.
Hmm.
Paste.
So from what you guys can tell with your rolls there, it does look like this was just the beginnings of an offshoot on the mine. Looks like they were starting to lay down the foundations for rails to go as it's going downwards. It's kind of odd that they would abandon a mine right as they're starting to lay down tracks for one of the branches.
It is rather odd.
Interesting. Anything in the walls? Like, do I see like even some basic ores that like would be odd to have left behind?
Not in this particular part.
Okay, well then in that case, he will continue to head down.
And as it does,
how-
oh, go ahead.
How wide is this mine shaft?
It's about 10 feet, 3 meters wide.
Heck.
So enough room for someone to walk next to a cart as it's being pushed down.
So I could call a Doswer, and he would fit down here.
A Dosser or Balto would be able to fit down here. It'd be a little tight, but yes.
Okay. Can I whistle for a Doswer?
Yeah.
I will do so.
I mean, it does make it's not necessarily cramped, but it's definitely not as much headspace for a Dosser. Dwarves don't necessarily need a lot of height space.
Also, rapid, keen typing.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Just curious what you were typing.
Responding to a friend about why I could not engage in a longer conversation.
Ah, okay.
Sorry.
Well, with the Doswer by his side, Crom will continue on.
And as you guys are going down this path, where I was saying it was curved and it was sloping downwards, the slope does seem to increase. Not enough that it's difficult to travel, but you know that it's starting to go deeper.
Oh, lovely.
So how dark is it down here?
If you guys don't have some sort of light or dark vision, you're definitely going to need it, because it's pitch black.
Alright, so Sapin is gonna just cast light. And she is gonna have the light above, probably above Crom.
Well, Crom does have dark vision, but he won't protest.
I mean, your Crom is not the only person.
Oh, I know.
Your little gem friend sounds a little bit sad. Says, "I can also still emit light like a torch again."
Sabine has her gem friend around her head though.
Yeah.
Is she not emitting light?
I mean, unless you activate the torch, I only emit a small amount of light. Not really enough to see by unless I activate the torch effect.
Well, you see, I do not wish to drain you.
Oh, I mean, that's not necessarily a terribly draining spell. It's actually a default function of the gem itself. That's not even draining me. That's just what the gem can do. My only function is I can turn it on and off, which is not what something you normally do.
So what you are saying is that you are not really part of the functionality of the gem itself.
No. Yeah, the gem has some functions that are separate than my abilities.
Huh. I need to write it down, sure.
I'd just like to point out that you and Auden are the only ones who don't have dark vision as of now.
I can just cast light on my shield. That'll work. 'Cause I have a shield.
I mean, if the gem's probably going to be producing light, you won't need to.
Fair.
I was just saying.
Yeah, she's gonna activate the torch, well, the light effect of the torch, of the gem. Might as well.
Alright, so how far are you guys going to go down this downward curving shaft?
Well, I mean, we've got a good long while, so...
I mean, so if you're not going to specify, after about half an hour, the crewman is starting to look a bit nervous. Says, "We're going down quite a ways. We probably should have let the captain know how long we were going to be gone."
Well, if you would like to head back and let him know that we're going to be exploring for a while, you can feel free.
Oh, I was ordered to stick with you guys.
It's alright.
Does anybody
It's
have-
alright. We can take care of ourselves. You can go back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He would just then end up sending me back, and then I'd be going down this dark tunnel alone to follow you guys.
Does anybody
You'll
have
have to-
paper and something to write on it with?
Sabine raises her hand.
Oh, perfect. Then I can do this. Hang on. I will do a summon monster for an eagle. If you want to write the captain a note, I'll send this back with the eagle here to the captain, so we can let him know that we'll be exploring for a while.
Eagle inside a
Wait.
cave.
Which eagle?
The first level eagle. All it says is just eagle.
Let me take a look here. Because eagle might not be able to fly inside of the cave.
If it can't, I'll go with just a rat then.
Rats. We're rats. We're
rats.
Alright, yeah, it looks like an eagle is considered a small-sized creature, so it can fly back. It's just really difficult for them because they actually have quite a long wingspan.
I'm ready. Perfect. So he will wait for somebody to write a note.
Well, Sabine just looks and just says, alright, and just pulls out one of the parchments she has. She rips a piece of it and writes on it that, the group has found it, the tunnel is deep, and the group is decided to go down the tunnel.
Alright. Alrighty. And then once she does that, he'll hook it up to the eagle and command the eagle to take the note to the captain on the skiff at the entrance of the cave.
All right.
The captain is already dead.
Oh no.
It's okay,
All right.
Mateo's guarding them.
Hey, technically, that's not wrong.
Technically, it's better to protect it in house because he has Maffeo, Balto, and the lewdest female doggo ever.
All right. Oh, excuse me. All right. So as it flies off and goes back, and the crew member looks less nervous, but is still, is obviously on edge.
Grom will give him a friendly pat on the back. And then he will turn and take lead again.
All right. So after about another half hour at this point, shh,
Oh,
buddy,
no.
go watch a movie. After about another half hour, it seems like the curve starts to straighten out. And it starts going into and the incline, levels out and it starts going forward.
Seems like we're starting to get somewhere.
I would like at least our dwarves to roll me perception check. Anyone else who wants to can as well.
Alright.
Why the hell not?
Wow, I am not getting good rolls today.
You've done one roll.
I've
Haven't
done
you?
several rolls. That's like my third.
Yeah.
All right, so Steve, Aodin. So it looks like everyone but Crom. Notice that there's thin, long gouges in the wall, like lines along the wall. There's one that's a very distinct single line that goes across. Then you can see a couple that are, short little gouges as well.
Okay, so do these look like, let's say, claw marks or something?
It's kind of hard to tell because you don't see multiple in a lot, grouped up. They're usually like a single groove cut out.
But they're too
With
fine to be like pickaxes.
Yes, or at
With
least
this
the. Does anyone have engineering?
I do.
You could when someone points that out, if they point that out, you could roll that.
I have that.
Could I use knowledge or profession? Can I use both? Either or?
Well, which profession?
Engineering.
You have knowledge engineering, and you took profession engineering.
Yes.
What?
That's
Because
interesting.
I remember somebody mentioning something that there's differences between them. Like there's cooking and then there's profession cooking, which is completely different in that like you actually cook things more than just for survival.
I have a feeling
Correct
that we had this.
craft and profession. Knowledges usually cover a lot of that. Usually your profession engineering is doing work with engineering to get paid, but there are some checks you can make with that. But most of those checks you'd get with the knowledge.
Okay, so it's not something that'll be probably too relevant.
Okay, so we're just going to go with the knowledge engineering.
Oh, my knowledge engineering is much lower, but okay.
It's a more relevant role.
Yep, I got you.
Nope. It's definitely strange gouges. You're not familiar with any mining equipment that would make that specifically.
Someone smarty pants should roll like a straight intelligence roll.
I can allow for a straight intelligence roll, but I will let you know the DC is fairly high.
Fuck it, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, why
might as
not?
well.
So, because he points that out, can I cast guidance on myself first?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no need.
Well, I'm so Sabine's touching herself.
Never mind.
Everyone roll anyway, because,
Oh!
experience.
Oh! Oh my! Go Sapine.
Didn't
And
even need to
Steve.
fucking touch myself.
Lewd.
That is okay, Lud, yes.
Alright, so Steve and Sapine, you both get it. That something that could have made these marks is if there was an adamantine item, such as if a pickaxe was made out of adamantine and if you dug it in and dragged it along the wall, that could make these types of grooves. It's a little bit weird that someone would do that, but
Yeah,
that is one possible option as to what type of equipment could have caused these gouges.
Yeah, Sabine is just gonna turn to the rest of the group and just say, yeah, it seems some kind of adamantine tool, most likely a pickaxe, considering this is kind of a mine, has been used for this, and it almost seems like someone or something then picked up the miner and then carried him while also creating this, and she points at the gouge.
Perhaps. Sounds a bit far-fetched to put in that particular description, but
I mean,
okay.
do you have a better call?
I'm just going to continue.
Are you guys gonna continue down? Oh, go right ahead.
Adamantine is a good idea, but the rest,
I mean, why else would anyone just run their pickaxe through the wall?
Actually, with your intelligence, that is one way of determining offshoots. If you get anything unusual, dwarves will sometimes use their pickaxe along a wall like that, trying to find veins if they're trying to look for new offshoots.
Well, heck, Sapin is just gonna say, oh yeah, by the way, I now know that dwarves sometimes use this to find veins.
If an adamantine pickaxe isn't available, then they'll just take little chips out of the wall as they're going through.
Okay.
And that's something Steve would have also known as well with his role.
Quite strange for them to already be trying to look for offshoots on a path they don't even have carts down on yet.
perhaps.
And the gouge does go the full length from what you can see, the initial gouge.
Well, Crom will keep that in mind and continue.
All right. So how far are you going to go down this new shaft? Because it does look like it goes pretty much straight for quite a ways.
I guess that would be take it down to a group boat.
Honestly, Alden is willing to follow wherever somebody leads. He's not used to being underground.
I think 3 of you aren't used to being underground. Some intense voting here going on.
Awkward silence.
It's mostly because see, I have only one ear working right now in a way. It's really difficult because I can hear my voice when I'm talking. It's really awkward.
Yeah, just a bit.
And I personally don't mind going for a few hours. We have basically the entirety of the storm and then probably the night.
Yeah.
I mean, we could also just go back and set for the night.
It is a little bit afternoon, probably like maybe 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, so we still got time.
I mean, what
So,
if
if we don't find
what if we get lost?
anything in like I mean that's always an option for any encounters. I mean I don't think it's likely.
I mean, I would prefer to not get lost and not get murdered by whatever is potentially down here.
Well, as of currently, we've been going down a straight path.
I mean, it was slightly
With a-
curvy.
Well, there was only one offshoot, and that was right at the beginning. So
Yes.
it's kind of difficult for us to get lost.
So I figure like 2 to 3 hours, and if we don't find anything like within that time span, we can go back.
Is that what you guys would like to do?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
I wouldn't mind spending some more time looking around, though we don't want to overstay our welcome.
Zapinda just shrugs.
All right. Well, after about half an hour, and have you guys been watching that groove or the walls as you've been going down?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So as you've been watching, the groove does stop. It looks like it stopped suddenly. It was pulled out, and then there's an X not that far later, and then you can see like someone attempting to dig it in and move it a few paces, going down until it finally starts going again.
We should probably dig into that X.
Well, do any of us have any sort of mining equipment on us?
She looks at the 2 dwarves.
I do have a pickaxe, yes.
Let me
But I don't-
check something first.
I was gonna say, I don't think that X is for there being something there.
Oh, come on.
I think that X...
X always marks the spot, right? There should be, like, treasure.
I think that X is more of like a symbol to like tell somebody something like
Like
there's
there is
something...
a treasure?
It's most likely
I don't know.
it's most likely the planned location of some type of offshoot, which normally dwarves only do those at ore veins or things like that. So it may not be a terrible idea to take a few rocks and see if we see anything.
I suppose.
So, Crom, this is going to be one of those few times where the profession engineering is actually going to be the better role to use.
Oh, so I'm not just rolling strength. Okay.
So, roll me your profession engineering.
Alrighty.
Mm. All right, that's gonna be good enough. So what you can tell is what's happening here is that the pickaxe came across something that was more difficult for it to gouge into consistently. You know, like pulling on the stone. It came across something harder than just the stone, where they had to stop. They examined it, marked it for further mining, and then tried seeing where they could continue on. And so
Huh.
whatever the stone is, it's harder than just regular stone, or there's something unique about this stone.
This
Can
is
I-
some
Can I use
odd
Sift
stone.
to have a look at it?
I'm sorry, one at a time.
This is some odd stone.
Can I use Sift to have a look at it?
Let me take a look. What do you know what Sif does specifically off the top of your head?
It allows me to see anything in except for creatures and that.
Does it like use anything specific like sand or anything like that?
No, not specifically, but it's at a -5 perception.
And you said that was called Sif?
Yes.
I'm just trying to look at that to make sure I can see whether that's something that could be used here.
I can use it up to 15 feet.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, that's more than 15 feet for that one.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and roll that.
Okay. You want me to just roll the regular and then you just take 5 from the end roll?
Sure, I can do that.
Ooh, it's not.
Nothing you can tell. You're like, this is stone. There's stone here. This is nice stone.
Holy shit, stone, guys.
Is there anything I can roll to try to identify it?
Hmm. Let me take a look at the skill list. 'Cause I think you might be able to use the profession again, since this is more than just the engineering. It's more of the fine work of that. So go ahead and roll me another profession engineering.
I have yet to get anything above a 10.
So this is
That's like her 8.
some sort of ore.
Ooh,
You're not sure what kind of ore, but it's definitely unique.
it's strong.
How much of it is there?
Okay, so yes, this is definitely some sort of planned offshoot for some sort of ore. He's gonna tap his pick on the stone. Yeah, definitely some kind of ore.
So the gap between where the line ends and where it starts up again is about 9 or 10 feet. 3 meters for our metric users.
Hey.
Well, what do you guys think? You want to continue further or mine some of this up and see what we can get out of it?
And I'm asking this to Krum, if I pull this out of the wall, do you think the tunnel will still be stable?
I mean, as long as you don't, like, just remove the whole vein all at once.
And what if I just remove the rock around the vein?
Describe move.
I can move about 15 pounds of rock.
15 pounds. That should be okay. As long as you're not moving the whole bloody mountain.
Not yet.
I have a spell that may help, though I don't know how it would affect the surrounding area.
You said you can move how much stone?
15 pounds.
15 pounds?
Yes.
Well, you're going to be pulling out small chunks because you would not be able to pull out the whole ore.
Yeah, I'm expecting to do this in chunks.
Does that cause any burn at all?
Nope.
Huh.
Is it some sort of cantrip for you?
Essentially, pretty much. It's just basic geo. It's my basic earthbending skill.
Nice.
I can move it up to 15 feet as well.
Well, then I suppose in that case, if you want to start on one side, I can start on the other.
Alrighty then.
Then Crumb will head back to where the stone is soft, just next to the ore, and start working out beside that. Digging out chunks of the basic stone around it.
And what are you using to try and dig it out?
Normal pickaxe.
Go ahead and roll me an attack roll on the wall.
Like, I find this funny because, like, adamantine one was not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I'm specifically getting the stone beside the ore.
Yeah, I'm not going directly for the ore. I can't do that.
All right. Roll me. Do you have damage for a pickaxe? I believe it's either a D4 or a D6.
I can check real quick.
All right.
How does the tools not have a pickaxe? I guess not then.
I believe it counts as a heavy pick.
Okay, heavy pick.
So let's say a D6.
Okay. So roll a d6 then?
Yes. All right. Well, you kind of pick and you hit at the rock and you get in a little bit, but you can tell you're not going to be doing a whole lot. But you could start making progress on this. Talk.
That's okay.
I suppose he'll work on it to the best of his abilities for a while then.
All right. I want you to roll me 3 attack rolls.
Alrighty.
Before you roll the next one, roll me a d6. And are you applying your strength modifier to the d6 for damage?
Yes. Oh, to the d6? No.
Yeah, because you're swinging and you're attacking the wall essentially.
Oh, okay. Then that'd be a 7, and the previous would be a 6.
Okay. So you when you go to strike the same spot, you actually hit the ore, and you don't so much hit into the ore as much as you feel the vibration through your entire arm.
Oof.
And you don't even scratch the ore.
Damn.
You can see
so
you can
this
see
is
like you can see some like buffing on the on it where you obviously hit it, but you didn't get into it at all.
I suppose I'll try even further to the side then.
Roll again. Okay, you hit that spot. You can roll. Go ahead and roll d6. All right, and one more. All right, and one more d6. Okay. Here. Okay. By the way, there is some damage to your pick after those hits, after the one that struck the ore. You notice every time you hit it, it still the pick was starting to become loose and had taken some damage.
Alrighty.
Crom, or not Crom, Treble, you were trying to pull out this stone, right?
Yes, and I was just reading over the geology thing. Yeah, it doesn't say I can do it on stone, just rocks, clay, loose earth, and that. So I don't think
Oh, yeah.
it'll be very effective.
Nope, you would not be able to do that on this. I mean, any of the pieces of stone that Crom breaks off, you can move away, but Crom, to pull out any significant amount of this ore, you would need specialized tools, and you'd need plenty of time to work it.
I'm just going to be cleaning up Crom's mess then.
Alright, well then, I suppose, seeing that he's not making much headway, he'll probably stop after the first 3 swings and be like, this is going to take a better pick.
I want you to roll me a regular engineering, a knowledge engineering roll this time.
Alrighty.
Any of our spellcasters have the spell Identify by any chance?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope, you've got no idea what kind of stone this is. It's just really resistant, and it almost broke your iron pickaxe.
Alright, so can I have a question?
Yes.
So Sapine? Okay, so do they look like this is not going well?
Yeah, it's slow. A good 15 minutes of Crom trying to pick at this, and he's like gotten a few rocks around the ore out.
Alright, so Sapine's just gonna like poke her head towards them and say, and what if we blow this up?
well, we definitely not want to be anywhere near the explosion, because who knows how structurally sound the cave is, but I mean, it's possible? Maybe? It's very, very hard.
Do you know what happens during an explosion in a small area?
No,
Fine.
I've never blown anything up.
No. Just no.
Well, again, if we're going to try explosives, we're going to want to be very, very, very far away, like out of the cave entirely far before we blow it. And even then, we might come back to just a pile of rubble.
Okay, Starseeker. Sorry, Striker.
Yes.
Important question. So Alchemist Fire explodes, right?
Not really.
God damn it! I always thought that it kind of like explodes.
It splashes. It doesn't explode.
Damn it.
It's more like
It's
napalm.
Damn it.
napalm. We both had the same idea, Keen.
And it's funny because there's actually a chemical item that's more akin to napalm than alchemist fire too.
I had an idea, but you know. Damn it.
Nope, you'd need some gunpowder for that.
Alright, anyone has gunpowder? Anyone has gunpowder?
Only
Nope.
place you guys could have gotten gunpowder was back at that market.
I have a lab with me. Can I make gunpowder?
You'd need the base materials.
I know.
Well, I suppose with that, he'll put his now lightly damaged pick into his bag.
There's one more thing I can try, but I need to verify something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see a chunk of the stone that looks like it weighs, if it was by itself? I don't know if this is gonna work, but can I see a chunk of this that looks like it might weigh about 40 pounds or less?
None of the pieces he broke off were that large.
Hmm. Okay,
All of
shatter.
them were less than that.
I was thinking more that I can use shatter against a single solid non-magical object, regardless of composition, weighing up to 10 pounds per caster level.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, none of you'd have to try and do it on the wall, but it's not a single object.
Yeah, so I don't think that.
You try to cast that on the wall, just shatters the entire planet.
I mean, you could attempt to use it on the wall, and I would let you roll a spellcraft check to see if it actually works on the wall itself, or if the spell just fizzles.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll try that. Because actually, I have a halfway decent spellcraft. So, yeah, Alden will gesture for everyone to take a step back. He wants to try something. It may do nothing, but it might actually work.
As he does that, Crum's going to take a couple steps back and plant his war door shield and stand behind it.
Sapin just nopes.
Okay. So yeah, he steps up to the wall. His hands kind of twist around in an arcane gesture before he reaches out to touch. What are you doing, cat? No, you can't jump in my lap now. To touch the wall, and sorry, spellcraft 6. That's +1.
Shatter has a range. You don't have to touch the wall,
Yeah, but it's more dramatic and cool this way.
and you're also in the blast zone.
I'll take a step back. I'll take a couple of steps back.
Because that's an area effect burst, by the way.
Is it if I'm on the target? Well, fair point. Yeah, this isn't exactly what it was made for. So yeah, I'll step back.
Just hide behind me and cast it over me. You're tall enough.
Yeah, it's got a
Probably a good
5-foot
idea.
radius spread when you use it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. So yeah, I will do that, and I literally just say in Celestial, shatter this, and I point at the wall, and I cast the spell, and here is my spellcraft. Ooh, that's not terrible.
Oh, good. Now roll me a d100, since you succeeded.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Is Odin dead?
No. So, the series of events. I have another server that has a roller that I did, and I rolled on that. I rolled a 92 on that server. I'm like, okay, I'm going to roll on my physical dice for comparison, and he has to roll close to those. I rolled a 92 on my physical dice.
Well, he rolled close.
Yeah, you rolled close. I believe this deals damage. What's your caster level?
4th.
I need you to roll me. 4d6.
Ooh, okay. Damn.
Whew.
3 sixes in
So-
that.
Wow.
2 6.
It's official. Tatsu loves duelist like altogether.
So you go out and you lift up your hand. You call the shatter. You feel a force. You feel like this shouldn't work. This isn't that something's resisting it. Something pushes and urges you, and there's an explosion on the wall. Not a large one, but a burst, and chunks of the ore fall off the wall. Not a lot. Maybe about 20 pounds worth of debris falls off of the wall. You're not sure if you'd be able to do that a second time.
So I think Alden will communicate that going, I wasn't sure that was going to work. I don't think it'll work a
Well.
second time.
Well done.
Can I look now?
Yes, he's done.
Something just goes back to the group.
And quietly in
Yes.
Celestial, he'll say thank you.
Crumb's going to walk up and collect as much of the ore as he can, and I guess now that it's removed from the wall, take another look at it.
Now you can roll me another knowledge engineering. Now that you have it in your hand, you're actually examining the material.
Finally, there we go.
This is something quite rare, actually. This is enriched adamantine.
Whew.
It's been buried underneath in a particular area where it's absorbed some of the natural magical energies in the area, and it's now considered enriched. It's easier and to enchant, and it holds enchantments better.
Are we about to skip
Ooh.
an entire, like, several tiers of weaponry, basically?
I mean, it's possible if you can find someone who could work it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the problem is working it.
I mean, you'd have to find some sort of master craftsman out here in the desert who's a fanatic with weapons.
Oh, it was
My
almost
friend,
like we were
very-
in the town with several of them.
And Sapin has a sort of nice dwarf who could do that.
Beardy.
And let's not forget the weapon/armor smith in the oasis.
Am I
Well-
just muted?
Well, he's not really like a weaponsmith as much as he's like a shopper, basically.
He does it more of a hobby instead of actual master crafts.
He still seems competent, though.
So what people consider when dragons and half dragons have hobbies, they tend to master their hobbies because they're bored.
Yeah, I guess so.
But though you have several options for people you could take this ore to and say, hey, can you work this, or can you smelt this, or can you do anything?
Don't ask how we got a hold of it, but
But yeah, no,
I
you're fairly
suppose-
certain this is pretty. Or the ore in here, the ore to rock ratio is pretty favorable towards the ore ratio. So it's fairly dense.
Guys, we
So
have
we
we
can
have a
then-
skiff outside. We can just mine all of this during the storm. Just pump this skiff full of this ore, and then we can just sell that ore and be rich as fuck.
Oh, we're gonna
How do we
need
mine
a
it?
better pickaxe than I got.
Yeah, now that you realize that it's enriched adamantine, you realize that any normal pickaxe is just going to scrape off of it. Even an adamantine one is going to have difficulty mining it out.
I mean, with those rolls, we can just rub Alden on that several times until we get all of it.
Alden looks vaguely afraid. Just kind of like, I'm pretty sure I got lucky that time.
Oh, yeah. Crom, you're also fairly certain that enriched adamantine does have some minor magical resistance.
Oh, lovely.
Normally, it's not enough to affect it, but the sheer amount that Eodin was trying to affect was why he had to use spellcraft to resist or go overcome its resistance.
Crom's going to give Auden a very firm pat on the back.
Ow.
So, how much of this ore is currently on the ground?
20 pounds.
Okay, so is that enough to potentially smith a pickaxe out of that?
Well, let's take a look here. Pickaxes are based off of the heavy pick.
Because Pimp here actually has a very Minecrafty idea. We could make a pickaxe out of that in order to use it against the thing that the pickaxe is made of.
Mm-hmm.
So a heavy pick usually weighs around 6 pounds. So depending on how much actual metal you're able to smelt out of the ore, you probably have enough for a pickaxe, maybe even a sword, or any number of things.
Alright, so Penis is just gonna go, guys, let's just pick up the ore that is over here, then bring it to that dwarven city that we were in just now, have them turn that into a pickaxe, return here, mine for a few days, fill the skiff full of ore, and then sell all that ore.
I
I
mean,
mean, we perhaps could do that, but we would be quite off track for our current objective.
But money.
We already plan on going back to the oasis. Once there, we can talk with that the smither there. I believe you chatted with him, Crom.
Yes,
Yes.
he was the one who was interested in the sword and had his brother Donovan buy it from me.
So Karam, would you say that he knew how he would make something like this?
He definitely seemed very, very competent in the way of smithing.
Alright, so yeah, we get him to make the pickaxe and then we return here and get horribly rich.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I've heard worse ideas.
And imagine, Chrome, we could get extra of that ore, and we could make you wonderful armor and a shield and a weapon of your choice, and we could make all of that for all of you.
We could, yes.
It sounds like a pretty, good idea.
I'm not opposed. As long as we can finish our current objective of notifying Donovan of what we've learned, of course.
Yes, I mean, that is kind of what we should do. And then we are just gonna return here and ignore the hobgoblins, ignore all of the dwarven stuff, and just get rich and then go somewhere and be happy.
Well, I can't exactly just leave the hobgoblins.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know about all of that, but I mean, I don't mind making some coin.
Alright, so better. We could use this so that you can make a big weapon so that you can smack the hobgoblins.
Ah, now that's a plan I like.
See?
Oh, you guys are just incorrigible. So are you guys gonna collect what you can and head back to the skiff?
I
Yeah,
think that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Crom's
Well-
gonna load them up into Adoswer's saddlebags.
Alright, give me a moment. I need to check some information on my end, because I'm gonna need to have you guys roll something here.
The captain of the skiff is dead. The skiff is not there anymore.
Stop
He's-
giving the DM ideas.
Maffeo has died off screen.
Don't break Auden's heart like that.
No.
And then we wake up, and all of this has been a dream. It was all a dream!
Wit wakes up. I had a very strange dream.
Why am I thinking about my cave?
Okay, so yeah, we take the ore back into the skiff. I forget, was there a second passageway down here, or am I forgetting something?
This was the offshoot of the main passageway. The main passageway looked, yeah, because this offshoot was maybe like 5-10ish minutes into the original mine, and then we went down it for probably like 2ish, 3ish hours, I think.
All right, so yeah. Okay,
Well,
that's what
at
it's
this
About an
point,
hour and a
we're-
half.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're at
that
about
was
an hour and a half.
This tunnel continues forward, and the main tunnel also continued forward.
Yeah, we went an hour down the spiraling one and then half an hour down the straight chute.
All right, I need everyone to roll a perception check.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
It's the
group rolls.
hobgoblins!
Well, we made a lot of sound.
we got
Something's
two
touching
17s on
herself.
that. A 20. And a 26. Fuck, you are on fire tonight, Finn. I really hope that your rolls are not this great when you're rolling against us later on.
Oh god! Oh god, Steve and me. The small people.
Steve and me, the sitcom.
All right. Let's see. Those should be high enough, but I'm just gonna make sure that it is.
Should be.
What the fuck
Should
is that?
be. I mean, if I was there and I had my sneak against this, none of you would have seen it.
That's true.
Well, you see, Sabine has a spell that is called the Greater Inside of Steve. So she can cast that and know where Steve is at all times.
Honestly, wouldn't surprise me.
It's a cantrip, so she can keep casting that forever.
Just keep it on at all times.
Yes. Steve on the toilet, she knows.
Other than that, the only one that could detect him is like Balto on a crit.
Oh. So, these things crit, but Sapine still sees them.
Haha, fuck you!
Whew.
So what
Unfortunately, the only reason why Steve doesn't see is because they crit, so they get the advantage on that.
Hmm.
Okay, so what
Hey.
does Sabine see?
You see, kind of flying out of the farther tunnel, two ray-like creatures that open up into toothy maws and leather with glaring red eyes. Behind it whips a menacing tail of segmented bone.
So Sabine is gonna point at that creature and just say, "We have a problem."
I suppose
I
Crom will
would
turn
like
and look at it
to
with his...
Dungeoneering on this creature.
Same.
Alright, well, roll me.
Please roll high. Oh my Jesus!
Well,
So this is the Steve and Sabine session.
Steve, you definitely know what it is. And you know what? Treble, that's enough. You know what it is. These are cloakers. I will even post something in artwork. Just so you guys know what you're looking at.
Ooh.
It's okay, it's a Zubat. It's weak.
They're flying one after another because they are large aberrations. Roll for initiative, everyone.
Fuck.
Yay.
Actually, Sapine and Steve roll for initiative because no one else spotted them before they engaged.
Wait. So Sabine
So only
pointed them out.
Sapine. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's and they're caught off guard by this still. That's your point.
All right, so give me a second. Oh my god, I was not ready for this. Okay.
Do I have a bonus to initiative besides Dex? Nope. Although I should pick up greater initiative at one point.
See, you know who picked that? Sabine did.
But
Alright.
doesn't that just give you like +2?
Improved initiative gives +4.
+4, yes.
Oh. Oh, maybe I should definitely pick it.
Yeah, definitely pick it. It's amazing.
All right. So here is the order.
Oh boy, I don't even have combat music ready. Give me a second.
Well, you guys took longer in here than I was expecting, and the mining noise is what woke them up.
Damn it. Give me a second. I need some combat music on. God damn it! I should have had this ready. I didn't expect to fight today.
Alright.
What do we have? There we go. That's gonna be fitting. Please, Gearbox, don't copyright strike.
All right. The first.
What the fuck did you do?
Who is closer? Who is the farthest down the cavern?
Well, Sabine was kind of trying to be in the back, so.
Not you.
Yeah, that would probably be Crom.
All right. Well, Crom. This thing is
Yeah.
attempting to latch onto you and engulf you.
Is there anything I can do about that?
What is your CMD?
16.
It wraps around you. It establishes a hold and is going to attempt a bite attack on you.
Lovely.
And it fails.
Yo,
That
is
doesn't sound good.
is everyone okay over there?
Sounds like one of the kiddos dropped something. Boyfriend's checking on that at the moment.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, it fails, and when it attempts to bite you, it actually bites itself. So let me roll to see its hit on its...
Didn't expect to get the full wraparound, so it just bit its own wings.
So, I rolled a hit for itself because it has to attempt to hit its AC, and it ends up critting on itself.
Oh,
Fantastic.
And it confirms the
Yes.
crit on itself.
Guys, we
Oh.
just had the rare combat 69.
So I will do its damage here. Just so you guys see. And in its confusion, it lets go of you. And is flapping there next to you going, the hell?
That hurt.
And unfortunately, it's in the way of the other one. So the other one flies up behind it and starts screeching because it's unhappy.
Okay, well, now that he knows that they're there, he's going to turn and, like, basically plant his shield towards them.
Okay. Really quick, the second one actually can do something. It is going to emit a moan.
It's going to moan at us.
Okay, guys, everyone prepare those will saves.
Yep, these are will saves to negate.
Fuck. This creature can fear us. I hate this.
Oh, well, it can either fear you, nauseate you, stupor you, or unnerve you.
I hate this creature.
Okay, so I only do my wisdom modifier, correct?
You should have a will save thing on your character sheet.
Oh, true.
Sapin doesn't give a fuck. Crom doesn't give a fuck.
My will has been broken.
Okay, that's
We must pray for forgiveness.
It is attempting to stupor. So let's see. Do we have an Eodin roll here?
Yeah.
Oh,
I roll.
okay. So
Where'd my thing go?
Aodin rolled
That's-
first.
okay, there's a
13 total.
13. So Eodin, Steve, and Treble are affected by the moan,
Oh.
and you are affected by Hold Monster for 5 rounds.
Whew!
Fuck.
That's a
On the
lot
bright,
around.
on the bright side, Crom and Sapine are able to act normally, and Crom is kind of in the way of these things now.
Sabine is ready to
Um,
blow them apart.
Is the moan magical at all?
It's a supernatural ability.
Okay. My magic resistance doesn't help me.
What about
Your what?
random
I have magic resistance.
random crewman?
Oh, let's.
Oh yeah, I forgot to roll for Adoswer as well, but he's gonna fail because he has low will save.
Go ahead and roll it, and Mr. Crewman, he rolled a 3 on the die, so he is terrified and held and is not sure what's going on.
That's Adoswer.
Dosser is fine.
Okay. The one with the lowest will.
RNG is good.
So each round, you guys may attempt a new will save to break free. But first is going to be Sapine.
Fireball.
She doesn't have fireballs yet. Okay.
So Sapine, you have everyone between you and the cloakers.
Alright, so give me a second. I am just dealing with some technical difficulties because OBS is being a butt, so I'm sorry for slowing this down.
OBS, why you gotta be that way?
It's because I need to update OBS again because it's a long story. Alright, I think I solved it. It was acting up. Alright, so Sapine, so she is in the bag of literally everyone, right?
Yes.
Alright, so she is gonna make her way right behind Chrome.
Okay.
Is it possible to shoot my magic missiles in this tunnel from behind Chrome's shield?
Oh yeah, easily.
Alright, so can I move and can I shoot it? Is this like possible in Pathfinder?
Yeah, you can do that. You get a move action and a standard action, and magic missile is a standard action.
Alright, so give me a second. So she moves to Chrome. She takes cover behind the shield, or behind Chrome really. And then she shoots an aggressive thundercloud at them.
Whew.
And the range is okay, for my level it should be 140 feet. So I should be able to literally just spawn it on top of them.
Yeah, that's not a
And
problem.
they are next to each other, right?
Yes.
And it has a AoE effect of 5 feet in diameter.
Yep, you can get it right between them, and it'll hit both of them.
Alright, yep, that's exactly what's going on here.
They get reflex saves.
Yes, they need to reflex save. So let's see if they can reflex save this shit.
And what is the DC for that?
The DC for that, give me a second. The DC for that is... it will be 17.
Alright. Here's the first one.
Oh,
Whew.
no way.
And the second one. 20.
What?
My God.
Tatsu back at it again.
What?
That one was the one I was going to apply a -2 because that's the one between Crom, and it wouldn't be able to get around Crom, but even the -5 still gives it the save.
Okay, that's a bit
On the bright
scary.
side, that storm stays there around per level, so it'll
Yes.
keep. Yeah.
Yes, so that means it will stay there for 4 rounds.
All right. And Steve, you may attempt another will save.
20 plus 3. No.
All right. So now that this prize round, I want another initiative from everybody.
Oh, from everyone.
Oof.
This really is fucking Steve and Sabine.
Steve, Sapine, who has the higher dex between you two?
Do
I have
you
a dex
even
of
ask?
4. I have a dex of, what, 18? Yeah, 18.
I have 13.
And this is a Doswer.
Usually a Dosser will just go off of yours.
Oh, my bad.
Oh my god, imagine Steve,
Well, he has-
if you had improved initiative.
He does have a better initiative bonus than me, though.
That would only be, you'd only roll his if you were riding on him.
Oh, okay.
About to get better initiative. I have plus 8.
The Eowyn,
Yes.
Keen.
and then we have Rebel.
Keen.
Yes.
He
Have I
rolled
men-
first.
Have I mentioned that you're beautiful?
Yeah.
There's the order. So Steve, you get another will save.
Fantastic.
I am so sorry.
All right, Sapine, it's your turn again, and the thundercloud will go off on your turn. I don't think you have to keep it. I don't think you have to concentrate to keep it going, do you?
No, you just cast it and it stays there, and the damage goes at the end of my turn.
End of your turn. All right.
Okay, well, she's gonna do the thing she does best. She is gonna start nuking some faces with magic missile.
Magic missile.
So she is... so yeah, she is just gonna pick, you know, the closest one and just start nuking him.
Okay. Roll your damage.
So give me a second. So that will be... Okay, so that will be 2 shots. Okay, so... 0, 2d... 4 plus... Give me a second. 2d4 plus 4. That was me, basically.
All right, and so you deal 7 damage. Close one. All right. And then they both failed their reflex save by rolling the exact same number again.
So wait, they failed it?
Yep, I rolled it on my end while you were doing that.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So give me a second.
3d6, I believe.
Yep. So that is 1 damage roll. And here we have the other damage roll.
Well, they both take that.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought I have to re-roll both. Okay, gotcha.
Nope. But I'll take the 13 just because I want to take the 13.
Really?
Yeah.
If you
You
say
didn't
so.
understand that, so I'll just let that be a gimme. All right, and so after 16 is them, and the first one is going to attempt to cloak you again. Crom?
Oh, lovely.
And you said your CMD was 15, right?
16, and I'm
16.
also behind my planted shield, if that helps.
That will give you cover, so there is a chance that it'll just miss. Or instead, it's just gonna go headlong into your shield, and so it will take damage as if it tail slammed because it just it nat 1 on itself. And you know what? I'm gonna roll its own attack roll here, just so we all
Oh,
get to see
yes.
how well it hits itself. Oh nope, it doesn't hit itself. So it slams onto your shield, but it does not hurt itself.
Lovely.
And the other one has already used its moan. And so it doesn't realize that, not everyone's been affected by it, and so it's just kind of irritated. So you guys had those torches and that light going on, right?
Yes.
Good thing,
Oh.
because if this
Yeah,
was
I
dim
read its
illumination,
special
they would
ability.
have. So for future note, try to avoid reading up on the creatures
What?
when combat happens, unless your character actually does know about them.
Oh, okay.
It's more. It's not. I'm not going to be super worried about it. It's just more of a courtesy thing.
Chrome, did you look it up?
Well, after it was discovered what it was, yeah.
Okay.
It was just a curiosity thing, but I'll avoid doing so.
I don't mind if you want to look it up afterwards, but in combat, it's just a courtesy.
Okay, I understand.
I mean, I can't stop you from doing it, but I don't know. I feel it breaks part of the mystery and the fantasy of it.
Yeah, I gotcha. No worries.
All right, and let's see. But their tails do have a reach, and so the one behind is going to try and smack at you. Again, your tower shield does give you coverage. I'm going to roll that here for everyone to see. Okay, I need to roll that again because it's about to smack. Actually, yeah, it smacks its friend.
Oh,
Tatsu wants me to cool down. That's fair. Nope, it fails on hitting its friend too. Which
guys
means
are
that
that
is
really
a
horny.
lot of.
itself.
Like, they are really bad.
And it hits itself.
These guys are basically Cecilia when she's trying to roll for perception.
One.
You mean Sugar? Cecilia was actually pretty good at her perception. It was Sugar that was really bad.
I mean you.
Yeah, fair.
Sorry, someone came knocking about the apartments behind our house.
It's okay.
So, what was that one more time? Sorry, like the last thing that was said, I had to answer the door.
Oh, we were just talking about how, these guys are rolling about as badly as
Can be.
sugar rolls for perception in Zebrica.
That's true. Aodin, you get a roll a will save.
Yay!
My will be done.
You are
Fuck.
free, and you can act normally this turn.
Sweet. I thought that it was a full round action to make the thing.
Nope. I give you the save at the beginning because it's a effect that's going on.
Oh, delightful. Okay, in that case, I wasn't expecting that. So there's 2 currently on Crom.
Well, there's one on Crom, the other one behind it that's just flailing around like an idiot.
Yeah. I am going to, because I don't have anyone to heal right now, I'm going to point at the one directly in front of Crom. And I'm going to cast Doom on it.
Ooh, does that provide a will save?
It's a will save to negate versus that's first level spell versus a 15 DC.
Okay. Oof, you're not gonna like the look of this, and you're doing this on one of them, right?
Yep, it's a single target spell.
Yeah,
Spell
it saves.
resistance applies.
Well, it doesn't have spell resistance, but it saved. There's its will save right there.
Yeah, oh well. So yeah, I whisper something celestial, and just nothing happens. It doesn't take. At that, I will. Do I want to? No, I'm not going to move up. I will move back so that Crom is within 30 feet of me, but they are not.
I mean, that's easy. You're all pretty close within each other.
So I'm just going to move back so that if I have to do an AoE heal, I'm not healing them.
All right. After Aodin is Treble. Make your will save.
Kireki?
We can do it.
You are still held. That is your turn. Okay, Brum.
Alrighty. I am going to cast Murderous Command on the one in the back and command him to attack the one that's closer to me.
Does that have
It's
a will save?
negate. Yes,
What's
will
the
negate.
DC?
It does not specify.
Is it a spell?
It is.
What's the spell level?
The spell level is 1.
Okay, so spell DCs are 10 plus your casting modifier plus the spell level.
Alright. Casting
What's that?
modifier is spellcraft, correct?
No, what ability score do you use to cast spells?
I believe.
Would be
Well, I
wisdom,
cast
right?
from the. Yeah, I was gonna say, I believe wisdom.
So do you'd add your wisdom modifier plus 10 plus the spell level.
15. So 16.
Okay, here's their will save. They failed. Holy cow, they failed.
By 1.
They've got
Oh.
good saves, and he failed. All right. Well, on his turn, he will attack his companion. How long does that last?
1 round.
Guys, we are just dunking on these guys.
All right, and it goes to the top of the round, which is
Steve.
Steve.
Double copy
Steve,
paste.
do you need to make a will save?
I get to fail the will save again. Woo! Woo!
Wait, isn't that the same one?
Yeah, it's the same roll I got last time.
No fucking way.
All right, that's 3 for you. After Steve is Sabine.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious what she's about to do. She's just gonna pick the guy that she was shooting, and she's gonna start blasting.
And then I just start blasting.
So here we go again. It's better.
All right. No, 23, not 83. Okay. And they need reflex saves, right?
Yep.
I'll go ahead and roll these here for everyone to see.
That's a
I believe
fail.
that's a fail.
Yo, slow down, mate.
But I want to get these done.
And that's a fail too.
All right. Well,
Well, here we go with more damage.
yep, roll the 3d6.
Woo!
Nice.
That's spicy damage.
And this guy, this is why you have a sorcerer.
Or any heavy spellcaster.
Feels
All
good.
right, after Sapine is the Cloakers, and the first one's going to attack its ally.
Wait,
it's
what?
a dumb
Wait, what?
because of the murderous whatever that Crom did.
Yeah. I cast Murderous
Oh.
Command on him to make him attack his ally.
Oh, I missed that because I was answering chat. God damn it.
Yeah. He failed his will save by 1.
These guys are so sad.
And it is going to attempt to bite it. And fails.
Oh, come on.
These things are the most useless monsters. And the other one's confused as F, going, the hell, and is going to do the same because it just got attacked.
Okay, what level are these guys supposed to be?
They're supposed to be a challenge rating of 5.
This is... Okay.
And it fails too.
They're attacking each other,
Oh
and
my
they just
God.
failed attacking each other.
Guys,
This is the
I think we can take on the hobgoblins alone.
Aodin, it's your turn. I was terrified you guys were going up against these things, because they are nasty, and Crom was able to resist the engulf, which, if he hadn't resisted it, would have been terrible for him.
Fuck.
Striker, remind me what these things are called after the fight.
Sure.
So, seeing that this didn't exactly work, I'm going to cast Forbid. Oh, fuck, I'm just going to try to cast Doom again.
Alright.
This time on the one that has not been affected by Murderous Command. No, don't fucking change. Stop refreshing.
It resisted.
Fucking Christ. I think Howden just looks very annoyed and snarls at Curse and Celestial. Ah, those freaking creatures.
Alright, after Aodin is Treble.
Heyo. Will save again?
Yes.
Come on!
Nope.
That's a
Isn't that the
second.
same thing you rolled last time?
Yep.
Trouble, I think you, with your next thing, you should probably invest in increasing your will save.
Fortunately, well, I guess you could get Iron Will.
Yeah, you can always get Iron Will.
Alright, Crom, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Not sure what I want to do. Let's see. I guess I will do a standard attack on the weakened one.
Well, that's the one you can reach, so go ahead and roll the hit. You are flanking it, technically, because the other one had attacked it.
Awesome.
And I'm going to consider it flat-footed because it's disregarded you, and with the flanking bonus, that hits.
Awesome.
Roll your damage.
Wow.
It's a good thing these things don't have damage reduction.
That just figures.
All right. Top of the round, Steve.
Yeah,
Please,
another
Steve.
will save.
Please.
Woo!
Nope.
No.
Sabine.
Better roll, but still no.
So, Steve, I think you should also think about, increasing your will saves. Okay.
My will save isn't even my lowest save.
Alright, so we all know. Actually, what round is this?
This would be the third round.
Okay, so the electricity is
No,
still
fourth
going.
round.
Oh, so yeah, she needs to recast electricity.
Well, no, this is the last round. Electricity would be active.
Oh, okay, so she is not recasting electricity.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm so confused.
No, that's fine.
Well, you know the meme at this point. She's just gonna go blasting.
Are you gonna blast the one that is closer to you, or the farther one?
Well, the one that she was blasting this whole time.
All right, roll your damage.
Here we go, guys. Oh, that's much better.
It falls to the ground and bleed out.
Pew pew.
It is at
Awesome.
-5 hit points.
It feels good to
And
be able to do damage.
let's see. The other one needs to reflex, and it does not. So roll your damage. You're 3d6.
Ouch.
So you know the one that was in bleed out?
It's dead.
It's dead.
Yes.
It starts, flinching and flailing as your lightning hits it, and it just dead.
Pops like a zit.
Yeah. All right. So after this is the cloaker, and it's going to roll a morale save because if this shit it wants to be out, and it attempts to start flying away. Eowyn, the cloaker is flying away.
Okay, I will actually try one more spell because I've used 2 first level spell slots so far, meaning I have another 4 left. So yeah, I am going to cast Forbid Action as soon as I pull that spell up. So I point at it, and I snarl "No" in Celestial. And if it can make a will save, which it probably will, it cannot move for a round. Because that's what I'm forbidding it from doing.
And it gets a will save to negate. It fails.
What is
It
with
straight
these
up fails.
guys?
So it started moving 40 feet down the hallway, and then it just stops. And it's panicking because it can't move.
Is this Rimworld? No one's gonna get that.
Yeah, it's a standard action. So yeah, after that, I will say it can't move for a few seconds. Take it out.
I believe after Eowyn, it's treble.
Okay, let's try this again.
You can act. You can do things.
Yes, I can.
I am
move.
free.
How far away am I from it?
About 45 feet away.
How quickly did it move?
What's that?
How far did it move?
40 feet from where it was.
Okay.
Actually, you're probably closer to 55 feet away from it.
YouTube video. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I am going to move 20 feet closer,
Mm-hmm.
which puts me at 25 feet, which is just in range of my Earth Blast.
Okay.
And now to figure out my Earth Blast, because it is a shit show. So, damage, the bonus, taxes, and
And this is why I suggested you all do a
Plus
fairly
5,
basic
yeah.
class.
Yeah, just like Sabine, you know, look what she's doing.
Not bad. Okay, I'm rolling now.
Is it funny that the short people, the small people in our campaign are the only ones who took normal ass classes?
I just took the class that made sense for the character.
I've played Pathfinder before.
Ish. Makes sense-ish for the
I
character.
just picked what was cool.
So, that's the attack roll. Yep.
All right. You hit.
And now for the damage, which I do have written. Copy, paste. That's 4. Okay, so.
And it falls down into bleed out. It's
Huzzah!
unconscious. You guys have won the day.
Oh my fucking god.
Without a scratch somehow.
Crom, technically you can take your last action to go up and kill it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Grom will approach and first off use a sun metal to basically burst his weapon into flames before he strikes it.
And just apply maximum damage. It's gonna be dead.
Yep.
Rose 1.
That's why I
Hits
just
it
say
so-
apply maximum damage. That's the coup de grace. I think it's on the ground and helpless. So yeah, you hit.
Yeah, just Koopa drag it. Fucking finish it off, man. Stop
Yeah.
making it suffer.
What's your
That's
maximum
way
amount of damage you can deal?
That's exactly what I'm doing. So, okay. It's a 1d10 plus 3 plus 4.
So
For fire.
17.
17.
You know what's funny? That's not enough to outright kill it, but its bleed damage kills it before you can strike it again.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
All right. Well, you killed Cloakers.
Yay!
That was interesting.
You killed
That
us.
was-
Intelligent subterranean aberrations.
That was anticlimactic.
Does anyone mind if I seal up the tunnel going deeper for the meantime?
Why? We can get more of those.
Oh yeah, by the way, the people who rolled, Cloakers are either solitary, they're in a pair, they can be in a mob, which is 3 to 6, or they can be in a flock, which is 7 to 12.
Because there can be a lot more of them down there.
I mean, she just looks around at her friend party people and just says, I mean, they were not exactly tough.
I honestly think we got rather lucky. I mean, to be fair, I think we're going to be pretty lucky as long as you're around. You seem to give that sort of effect, but I think we should make our way back up to the skiff. Though I do wonder if there's any value to these things. While he kind of pokes one with his boot.
Yeah, Crom's definitely investigating the remains of the second one.
So you said that they were called cloakers, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm gonna start sealing the tunnel with 2 kinetic covers.
So their wings can be fashioned into cloaks.
Steve!
Oh, I think if we just haul them back
Interesting.
to Oasis, that a nice lady at the shop might be interested. She might know someone who can fashion them into something, or perhaps that catfolk gentleman.
We could fashion them into cloaks.
I already have a rather nice cloak, but it might be very useful. If nothing
Okay,
else, it might
see
make us
level?
more gold.
Okay, I use 2 kinetic covers to seal up the tunnel going deeper.
Guys, I would just like to mention, we are really lucky that we had light.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This
they have the
giant
ability
wheel
as
was a
free
good
action
skill to look at.
to do blur, mirror image, and silent image. All things that they can do as a free action unlimitedly. If it's in dim or darker illumination. They just, didn't do it beforehand, which they should have, but they didn't. Because they hadn't had a meal in a while and they didn't think about that.
I'm looking at them, they're not that dangerous.
I mean, if, more of them showed up, you had you had a range of a D6. You had 1 to 6 that could have shown up.
I
And,
mean,
behind
they would just get stuck on the shield, and then Sapin's AoE would just like murder them.
So you know what was really lucky? The first one missing the engulf on Crom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm reading it here. It counts for it would count. 'Cause, dwarf.
And then and any damage you tried to do to the cloaker, half would have been dealt to Crom as well.
Well, we got lucky.
And the other one would have attempted to do the same to one of you guys.
Which would probably be Sapin, considering she was right next to him.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, after Traval does his barriers, I'm going to use my last level 1 spell of the day and put up a stone shield behind them.
Why?
Just for that extra protection.
I mean,
That way we know when we
What?
come.
I mean,
Already.
When we come.
it is always a good idea to have 2 condoms instead of 1.
Okay.
Actually, the opposite is true.
That's the joke.
The stone slab does not stay, right?
Duration 1 round. Okay, you're right. I didn't read that.
Mine stays until I use it again, or take a long rest.
Okay, well then I guess I won't do that.
Do I notice you trying to do that, or?
So at this point, the crewman goes, "Golly, you guys are amazing! No wonder you're able to handle yourself so well."
Sapin just turns towards him, waves her hand, and says, "I mean, of course we are."
And here the captain was so worried about you guys.
It's sweet of him.
Well, now, when you return to him, you will be able to tell him that there was no reason to be worried.
Indeed.
When we return to it.
I thought we are gonna be exploring some more?
I look at the sealed up tunnel.
Well, yeah, look at the sealed tunnel at this point.
But exploration, journey, treasure. What if they were protecting treasure?
I look down at the things that petrified me for like 3 turns. We have the ore. I think that's good enough.
We can always come back once we have the specialized pickaxe we plan on making, and then see what we can do then.
Oh come on, guys!
Maybe that can move
Come on, guys! In the stories, it always goes like this. There's always baddies. The good guys always come in. They kill the baddies. They take the treasure, and then they get rich.
Tell you what. How about I make a little bet with you?
So what'd you say?
How about I make a little bet with you?
I bet.
Yes. If you can break down my wall in one hit, I'll follow you down there. If not, I'm heading back to the skiff.
Is it actually possible to break down the walls?
Yes, they have health and AC.
Okay, what's their health? Like, I actually want to know if this is even.
I'm not telling you.
I want to know if this is even possible.
How thick
I'm
is
not
your
telling
wall?
you. It's 2 kinetic walls side by side.
I'm
It's
asking
5
how
feet.
thick it is. 5 feet each?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a thick with 2 C's wall.
There be a thick wall.
So she looks at you and says, I mean, yeah, I cannot break those walls, but at least I did something during the combat.
Oof.
You were standing in place and basically just looking at me and Chrome doing everything.
So just so you
I
know,
help.
She has a point.
stone has a hit points of 5 or 15 hit points per inch of thickness, and there's 12 inches to a foot, and that's 5 feet of stone.
Oh, okay. Then I think I might have misinterpreted how my kinetic.
So
So my kinetic cover has 5 AC and plus 2 hit points per my level.
oh, so it's not a very thick wall.
No, it gets better the more I level up.
Okay, so Sapine could actually relatively break it. Not that difficult with the right spell.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, but instead she went for basically telling you that you are kind of useless.
And
That's
Crom
right.
basically just kind of agreed, considering what happened the last fight.
I got a hit in. Good enough for me.
All right. So, are we headed back up to the captain then?
Yeah.
The crew member
First-
asks.
Crom's gonna load the corpse of the second cloaker onto Adoswer.
I'm still saying that we should go at least have a look-see there.
I mean, I do agree, but it is his wall.
Trouble?
Yes?
For a moment, she does her finger that she uses to like cast magic missiles, and she actually aims it at you for a moment, and then she just shrugs and says, "Nah, not worth it."
All right. So you guys are making your way back. Probably take another hour and a half or so to get up the tunnels.
Yep.
Yep, make our way back up.
Indeed.
All right. There's no issue getting back up. You guys get out of the tunnel, get all the way back out, and you get up there and you see the captain. He looks at you and says, "Well, where the hell have you all been?"
Crom's
Go
gonna
on.
point to the cloaker on Adoswer's back.
And you come across horrible things. I mean, I had to send my other crewmen out to go and find you. You know, I probably sent him out about an hour ago. Where's he at too?
Have you not gotten our message?
Well, yeah, I got the message. But I wasn't expecting you to be gone even that long.
You
When'd you go-
said you
how-
sent.
How long ago did you send him?
Oh, about an hour ago.
No crewman came past us.
They probably didn't know about the little cutout we went down. He may have just continued down the main path.
Wait,
Auden
you guys
starts
didn't
to
go down the main path. There was an offshoot.
Sabine just turns around and starts going back into the tunnel.
Yeah, I was gonna
Steve
say,
will
Crom just
follow.
spins on his. Yeah, Crom
Odin
spins on his heel and heads straight back in.
Yep.
The one crewman's like, kind of looking at you guys and looking at the captain. Captain says, "Get over here. I don't want to lose any more. Anyone else in there?" He as a
And
crewman lets out a sigh of relief and runs back to the skiff.
And I'm going to specify I am bringing a Doswer as long as he could fit.
All right.
God damn it, these crewmen. Oh wait, they are technically on a ship.
And I just realized I didn't even do any of Adosfer's attacks at all that flight.
I mean, could he have gotten around your tower shield?
Perhaps.
Yeah. So if you're gonna go past the other, ha ha ha, you're funny, Sabine. If you guys are going past the offshoot, you can definitely tell someone's been walking down here from the disturbed dust.
Sapin is just gonna yell down the tunnel. Are you there?
Let me see, does it echo?
I mean, it's a tunnel.
If he left.
No, it does not echo.
It's a tunnel!
If he left about an hour ago, he's probably too far down to hear that.
It's a tunnel!
Crom's just going to continue on following the footsteps, because he has tracking skills.
Do we know the name of this crewman? We have been together for a while.
No one's asked about the crewmen's names.
Only one we know is Camden.
Unknown crewman person, are you there?
Oh no, he's an unnamed crewman. He's expendable.
Yes.
Wait. One more. Yes, he did have a red shirt.
Sean!
Got red on.
Don't think his name is Sean.
Sean!
Did we ever ask for his name?
No. I'm just presuming his name is Sean.
Why would you presume his name is Sean?
I don't know. Sean sounds like a name that you would look for.
Kevin!
Normally when I look for names, it usually comes up to be Dave, or it comes up to be Harg, but this isn't Harg, so it may be Dave.
Or maybe it's Sean.
Kevin!
Sean!
Kevin!
Sean!
Sean sounds like more of a name for a child.
I mean, maybe he was a child?
Technically, everyone was a child once.
I guess. Steve is going to join in and yelling Sean.
Yes!
Trabal just starts yelling, sure.
Oh, then join us.
We're gonna go and we're gonna find some like super tense scene, and one of us is gonna yell, "Sean! No, don't leave me, my love, Sean!"
I think instead Audid is going to be rolling perception. If that's okay with the DM.
This is the cabin boy.
So the tunnel actually is fairly long and going straight into the mountain. And it comes into a larger chamber. Looks like this might be somewhere where they set up for mining, where they have time off, where they plan other things. You see some tables around. You see a couple of doors off to each side of the chamber, and then a tunnel that continues on the other side from where you enter.
Can we see any kind of like tracks, and I imagine that there's dust on the floor down here.
Yeah, there are tracks. It looks like they have a little cart corral where the tracks kind of have a switch where it goes into the corral for like
No, I
setting
mean
things
like
up.
footprints.
Oh, yeah, the footprints they do get faded, but since everything's kind of dusty, it goes to one of the doors to the right.
Okay, so I think he went that way. These footprints are pretty obvious. Grom, do you want to go first and open the door?
Yeah, Crom will do that.
Okay. You're just gonna go up and open the door?
Oh, I suppose he'll stop at the door and turn to Steve first and say, "You're good with detecting traps, correct?"
He's still not back.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Oh no, our rogue is not here. Ah!
Oh noes. Well, what are we gonna do?
But we're gonna wait for him. We need a rogue.
You mean you don't want to just try and barging into the door?
No, we are gonna wait for the rogue.
Oh.
You
guys aren't
always
very
wait for the
adventurous.
rogue. Rogue decides whether the group will live or die.
You're not wrong.
The rogue is back. I think.
Ah! Ha!
There is a door that needs to be rogued.
I'm gonna roll to see if there are any traps, because I'm gonna assume that's why you're all waiting for me.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So that would be just perception. Plus 10. I believe I have a +1 to my trap finding. Second, just to check. Oh, not ranger. Half her level, so technically +2.
It was at that moment when Steve realized, man, I should have bought those thief tools.
Well,
I have thief tools.
the door is not trapped, but it is locked.
Wait. How can it be locked if this guy went through here?
That's the question.
That makes no sense.
Well, I mean, it locks from the other side.
Did he bar himself in here? Who knows?
I'm gonna perception real quick because that's suspicious. It makes me think there's something in here that he's hiding from. And of course, I fail.
Okay.
Nothing you can tell.
Okay, Sabina's gonna roll that too. This is suspicious fuck.
Sure.
Perception time?
Why
Duck noises.
Duck.
There we go.
I'm gonna wait to see if what trouble gets there. So, Steve,
Yep.
you realize it's locked, and you press your ear against the door, and you're listening. You're starting to hear something, and it sounds faint, but it sounds like a very faint rumbling.
A faint rumbling.
And it's almost kind of nasally. A nasally rumbling.
What?
So it only took you guys maybe 5-10 minutes at most to get down to this area.
And he was gone for an hour.
But yeah, it's kind of a gentle, quiet rumbling, kind of a nasally sound. It sounds familiar, but you just can't quite place your finger on it from behind the door.
Like
At least I'm not
someone
going to spell it out for you.
breathing?
Yeah, sort of. It's like someone's breathing is fairly close.
It's a stone elemental, guys. I'm saying right now it's a stone elemental.
Crom's going to go to the side of the door where it opens, and he's going to plant his shield and say, "You know how to get that door open?"
I can try.
It's a fairly
Well-
simple lock.
Yep, I will use my thieves' tools.
This is
That's
still a
fine.
10 by 10 cave, right?
You're in a chamber. You're in a
How
large
big is
chamber.
the chamber?
Basically, Crom's going to interpose himself in between the opening of the door once it's open to, like, be in
This
the way.
chamber is essentially like a workshop and an office area.
It would be a disable device for the
Yes.
lockpicking.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
it's
Actual
easy.
god.
You go pink and it's easy, simple. You know, anyone you almost feel like anyone in the group probably could have done this if they use the tools.
Well, I am going to carefully open the door.
And it looks like this is some sort of like bunking area. And it
You
looks
just-
like there's someone on a bed on the far end.
Do you just go here to take a nap?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Sabine, immediately when you get in, she's already aiming her finger at the thing, ready to blast him.
I'm going to put my hands up and sneakily say to the dwarves, "Can you flip the bed?"
Crom will kind of smirk at that and say, "Oh, easy."
Let's do this.
Crom will approach one corner of the bed and gently grip the base of it.
Raval approaches the head and gently grips the base of the head.
Now,
So are you guys gonna try and flip the bed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That'd be a strength check. They are stone beds with mattresses. So are you just trying to flip the mattress or the bed itself?
Just the mattress for me.
Yeah, we'll go with the mattress.
Okay, still a strength check. It's just not as, high as of a DC as it would have been.
Okay. And strength is. Hello.
Oh. Actually, I just realized that should have been a 4. Wait, never mind. That's from my camel, so that is a +3. Never mind.
Guys,
Doofus.
guys, look at Trouble's roll.
Oh.
Well, so you might have started grabbing the mattress and started lifting it, and Trouble's like, no, like this, and pushes it down, and you don't flip it, but you do jostle the bed. And he goes, what the hell? What? The guy starts panicking and swinging. Incoherent swinging will get this, and doesn't hit either one of you. But he just, kind of, I'm going to roll it on both because, double fist, or double fisting. Oh, that sounds terrible.
Double fisting.
But yeah, no, he swings his fist and doesn't hit anything, but,
Alright, Sabina's gonna walk up to him. She's gonna poke one of his legs. Then she's gonna look at Steve and say, "He's not dead, Steve."
Of course I'm not dead. Where have you
what
guys
he
been?
What he is being a bit of a lazy bugger.
He opens his mouth and says, you're not going to tell the captain, are you?
I don't know, am I?
Sabine smirks at him.
Crom lifts an eyebrow.
He's been running us ragged for days since we hired you. I haven't had much in the way of sleep. Just saw the beds and they just seem so inviting.
So instead of delivering a message that could be life-saving, you took a nap.
What message?
Um,
You.
I mean, we got your message. I was just he asked me to come and keep an eye on and look out for you guys, and I went a ways and saw the beds, and like I said, inviting, and I kind of just I needed a nap. All right.
I mean, we could just leave and lock the door behind us and just say that we never found you.
It doesn't lock from the other side.
I
We've
can
I
make
cast
it walk
create
from the
water
other
above his
side.
head?
Yeah, we will figure something out.
Can I cast create water above his head?
I mean, you could. He's wide awake right now. It's like, you know what, I'd rather you just tell the captain, and I will take my lickings like a, you know, like I
I'm
should.
still gonna cast the create water above his head.
You want me?
Aren't you lawful good?
Yeah, you're a fucking lawful good. Man.
Well, yeah,
It's
but
just,
that's
it's
not
just a friendly prank.
Yeah, there's
yeah,
nothing
it's not
illegal about.
evil.
It's not even
It's
cruel.
not.
It's fine. If he wants to do water, it's not against his code or alignment as far as I see it.
What if
I
he's
mean, it's kind of a
allergic
dick
to
move.
water?
He's allergic to 70% of himself.
Yes, I mean that's basically me.
I mean, it's a dick move, but it's not a evil or cruel move. Just kind of a dick move.
And then with that, Crom is going to have a very wide smirk and say, "There, we're even. Your boss doesn't need to know a thing."
He's like, what the hell?
And then just laughing as he turns back towards the entrance of the cave.
He gets up, starts putting on his shoes, which were thankfully not nearby, and you know, they're not soaking wet.
You should be happy. We are in a desert. Okay, so Sabine is actually gonna do a smart thing, and she's gonna look around this room if there's anything to steal.
roll
I
me
mean,
pers-
loot.
Yeah, Steve is gonna do the same thing.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
in the plunder.
Ooh, that's good too. All right. You do see a couple of lockers over on the opposite wall, close to where you guys came in.
Are they locked?
I don't know. Are you gonna go look at them?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. They're locked.
So yeah, is Steve coming to them as well?
Yep.
Well, Steve, since you've already proven your ability to unlock locks on locked doors, how about unlocking locks on locked lockers?
There are 7 lockers, by the way.
That's a lot of rolls. Well, I can try. They don't exactly look to be the hardest locks.
I mean,
Though it is quite interesting that they, up and left everything locked.
Yeah, it probably has something to do with the creatures that we just fought.
So you pop open the first lock. Again, they're fairly simple, and there's some workers' clothes. There's a hard hat and a pair of glasses.
Worthless.
Can you read Dwarven?
No.
You have no idea.
Can Sapine.
Sapinken!
Sapine. Steve will pass it to Sapine. Be like, can you read this? I think it's Dwarvish. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, if it's Dwarvish, I should be able to read it.
I will pass it to Sapine.
Alright, what does it say?
Oh, I was so tempted to. I'm gonna go with this. Blick.
Blick.
B-L-I-C-K. Blick.
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 Sounds like a name.
Yep, she just looks at Steve and says, Blick.
That's what it says on the hard hat.
Blick.
Blick? Is that a Dwarvish word for something?
Seems like a name.
It's a name.
That makes sense.
Or it could be a code name.
Why would they have code names in the mine?
Maybe it's a illegal mine.
You do not open the second lock.
Chatting with
defeats you.
Sabine and not really paying attention, and
So,
If you're not paying attention, roll me a D100, please.
oh no. Don't break it, don't break it. Please don't break him.
Okay, you don't break it,
Okay.
but you do feel tension. It's like, oh shit, and you barely stop yourself from breaking your lock or your pick.
Can I try again?
Yes, you may try again. You turn it, and it's just nothing. Oh, there was an iron pickaxe in that locker as well.
Sapine's gonna take the iron pickaxe.
You can carry that?
How heavy?
I mean, it's size for a medium
6?
creature. It's 6 pounds.
Yeah, she can carry that still.
Whew.
Yeah, she just picks it up and just like, oh yeah, I can do this.
I am going to go to the next locker and just leave
Alright.
this one for right now.
So, can
This one
Sabine
opens up.
hit the log with the pickaxe?
You could attempt that. Are you proficient with simple weapons?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you could definitely attempt that.
All right, let's do this. Give me a second.
Oh, sorry. This is a martial weapon, not a simple weapon. My bad.
Oh, so I'm not proficient.
So it'd be a -4.
So -4, that's 11.
Mm,
Good enough.
Wouldn't that be 13?
I
It
mean,
would be a
it's
minus.
+2 for that, so it'd be
Yeah.
Yeah,
-4 from
it's
17.
-4 from 15.
no from 17.
Wait.
You still get your regular bonus. You're just not proficient, so you take the
okay,
non-proficiency
okay.
negative.
Okay. So yeah, is that good enough?
No, you hit the lock. You dig into the locker itself. You just barely missed the lock, just because it's a tiny block.
Wait. Question.
Yeah.
Did that create a hole?
Yeah.
She does it again.
Roll.
How many lockers were there?
7.
7.
Oh, can I not do like a complicated thing?
Nope,
No.
but just do -2.
Oh. I rolled 0.
You missed the locker all entirely.
Yes. Actually, because that's a 0, I need you to roll me a D100.
Oh god, I'm sitting right next to her, aren't I?
Yes.
It's okay. It's in the middle, man.
Steve, I need you to roll me a percentile, please, or D100.
Oh no! This is why Sabine doesn't touch melee weapons.
You're lucky. I rolled a 9 as well. So, Sabine does not hit you. She embeds the pickaxe all the way, the pick all the way to where the handle is, into the ground in front of her.
This locker seems to be besting both of us at the moment.
All right. Can she? Okay, so the pickaxe is stuck in the ground, right?
Uh huh.
All right, she's gonna roll for strength to pull it out. Just straight up strength.
That would be
What
what
you
you need.
Could I just look in the locker to see if there's anything actually interesting in this one? Because there's a hole in it now.
There's a work uniform, another hat, a pickaxe, and this one has a box, like a jewelry box.
Oh, there's a box.
And no, you do not pull it out.
Can she do it again?
I'm gonna.
You could try again, but
Yeah.
Steve there gets to do other things. You did unlock that third locker.
I did unlock the third locker, but I haven't actually opened it yet.
Yeah, because of all
So
this.
after looking in and her trying to, as she tried to pull the pick out, I'm gonna just be like, there. It seems to be mostly the same stuff, except It looks like this one has a box in it.
I want to know what's in the box.
I want to know as well.
Help me with the pickaxe.
You guys
I'm
also
going
need
to
a
try to
hand?
pick the lock again.
No, the
I'm
pickaxe.
assuming the rest of you had gone with the crew member to go report to the captain. Oh, that's just barely not enough, but you get one more chance before Sapine can re-roll for strength.
I feel like this is the locker that has the worst lock. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you just pop it. This time, it's so brilliant. It's so simple. You didn't realize that you were going right the entire time, and all you had to do was twist it left.
The one left-handed lock.
And so it pops open. There's a hard
I'm
hat
going-
with a name, a pickaxe, work clothes, and a box. A nondescript jewelry box.
What's in the box?
I'm going to pull out the box and open it so that both me and Sapine can see what's inside.
Let me, there's a gem. Let me pull up my random gem
Poor
chart.
Max.
Also, I'd just like to add that noticing his companions haven't been following him, Crumb's probably going to turn back and see what they're up to.
Small statuette
Trouble?
of a fertility goddess. Thank you,
No.
Keen.
Trouble
You
never
have
actually
a-
left the room.
Okay, guys, please. Let Striker speak.
There, it is a uncut diamond.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Not a large one, but definitely, one probably worth a pretty penny to the right buyer.
That's so shiny.
Yeah.
I will
Especially
let
if we get
Sabine have
cut.
it.
Oh. She looks at you and then says, "Are you sure about this?"
I don't know. Aren't you magic-y type people useful with gems?
Somewhat, yeah.
Then I figured you could use it.
Well, thanks.
And then I'm gonna also then go to open up the third locker, which I had already previously unlocked.
Can I roll for the thing now?
What thing?
The pickaxe.
Oh yeah, roll.
There's another pickaxe in this locker.
No, I want this one. It doesn't want to go.
Nope, you don't.
Crumb's going to walk up behind her. You need a hand with that?
No. I got
Trevor's
this.
gonna go. Trevor's gonna go to the furthest locker and.
Wait, Trevor,
rock
what the
blast
fuck are
it.
you doing here?
I never left.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I was assuming everyone left since no one else seemed to be interested in the lockers at the time. Because the crewmen needed to go back.
Yeah, and I specifically mentioned that I turned back.
I never turned back. I never turned back.
What's Eodin doing?
Yeah, he has not turned back. I mean, I suppose if everybody turns back, he will. But he's been leaving. He's on his way out.
40
So you're with the sleepy crew member?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So, yeah, Safine's trying to pull out a pickaxe that she embedded into the ground. Steve is looking into the third locker. And it's got, again, another hat with a name, a pickaxe, work clothes, and a dusty tome.
Oh. I'm going to pull out the tome and assume I can't read it.
It is in
So
Dwarven.
well, not even like Steve's not even going to open it to look at what the language is. He's just going to pass it off to Sapine.
Well, it's got writing on the front of it.
Okay.
Okay, Sapine takes it. What does it say?
Says, the mechanics of mining.
She then passes it to Chrome.
Crom will examine it, shrug, and put it in his bag.
Yep, it's a book that helps describe techniques for mining and for kind of a general purpose to help improve people who are looking to, be better at being a miner.
So Sapine is gonna stop struggling with the pickaxe for a moment. She's gonna look at the Chrome and say, So, Chrome, what I just gave you is a book.
I am
Steve's
very
gonna
much
give him
aware.
Steve's gonna shake his head a little bit, and then go on to the fourth locker.
Both books are amazing. You open them, you read them. They tend to have a lot of knowledge in them.
No, I think
Crom's
you're
just
kind
going
of
to,
racist
like-
toward.
Crom's just going to like be looking at her with his like eyes half closed, giving her that basically "Are you serious right now?" look.
I think this one would really help you out because you are really good with. Oh. This. She just points at the whole area.
He's still just staring kind of flatly at her.
Steve,
Yes.
you are defeated by the lock.
Again? I'm going again.
Well, you got to remember the lowest
I'm getting frustrated.
It opens. It reveals its secrets to you.
It's
Is it the
empty.
same exact thing as all the other ones?
It's empty.
It's got another mine hat. It's got a pickaxe. It's got a work cloak, or work clothes. This one has a pair of gloves.
Is there anything special about the gloves?
So the work clothes have gloves with them, but these are like separate, and they look like they're more intricately designed.
Show them to Sabine.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them out and kind of, since I'm a little bit away from Sapine now, kind of wave them and be like, "Yo, extra gloves. Are they magical?"
She looks at them. Are they magic?
Sapine is waving magical gloves at you.
Wait, what?
You have detect magic on, don't you?
Wait, did you say Sabine is waving magic gloves
Yeah.
at you?
Oh, Steve
said
is
it was
waving
the-
magic
Okay.
gloves.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, what? Did Steve just turn into Sabine? Yo.
I rolled a high enough disguise. I was Sapine the entire time.
Sabine, but like 1 centimeter smaller. Anyway.
That's a lot of negatives.
Okay.
Have to do.
So question.
Mm-hmm.
Are they magic?
I just said he's waving magic gloves at you.
Oh, yeah, she just... while she's still struggling with the pickaxe, she just says, yes, do some magic.
Do you have any way to tell what's on them?
She's
She
gonna...
could roll praise.
Yep, she's gonna stop. She's just gonna walk up to Steve. And she will roll praise. So, yeah, give me
I
some...
guess I could roll a praise myself, couldn't I?
Yes, but you don't have the ability to read the magic
Oh.
on it.
I don't need to, I don't think.
So these are gloves of reconnaissance.
Ooh.
Each of these fingerless work gloves looks as though they were having seen heavy use, and often bear stains and the scent of grass or wet mud. On command, the wearer can use the gloves to see through and hear through solid material no more than 15 feet thick by placing both hands on the material. The gloves can be used for 10 minutes each day, or 10 rounds each day, and the rounds need not be consecutive.
Okay.
That's useful if you're trying to look through stone to see if there's a cavern on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I know who needs these. So, Sabine, will give Steve the information. Then she turns towards Chrome and she whispers to Steve, I think we should give them to Chrome.
You look at Crom and whisper to Steve.
Yes.
Are you
Can I
trying to be sneaky about this?
No, not really. But she's still
Okay.
whispering.
Crom, go ahead and roll me a perception check. I don't think you're going to fail it, but go ahead and roll, just in case you roll swiftly.
Imagine, she is looking at Chrome and she kind of goes like, hey, I think we should give them to Chrome.
No, you hear it's fine. It's like, yeah, I'm right here. I can hear you.
At this point, Crom's just kind of shaking his head at her now.
Steve's gonna keep up the escapades of you know, being quiet.
Sapine, have you been examining the items that you've been coming across in these, or just the ones that have been handed to you?
Basically everything. She is very... She definitely wants to make sure that she doesn't, like, get herself killed.
So, the glasses in the first locker were magical, by the way.
Oh! Alright. Alright. So, should I, like, impasse a roll of appraisal on that?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay.
Shrival's going to attack the 7th locker to try and open it.
You're attacking the locker?
Yes.
Noticing him try to do something like that, Steve's gonna call out, "No, don't! We don't want to break anything that's in them."
I mean, Sabine swung out with a pickaxe.
Before you realize there was valuable things inside.
It's there's things now. And yeah, kind of look at Sapine.
Okay, so is 18 enough to know what the glasses do?
Yes, these are goggles of minute seeing.
What? Give me a second.
Minute seeing.
Goggles of minute seeing. What is this? Give me a second. The lenses of this item are made of special crystal. It's band woven with tiny patterns of metallic thread almost in... Okay, what does it actually do? When placed over the eyes of the wearer, the lenses enable her to see much better than normal at distance of 1 foot or less, granting +5 CB on disabled device. Okay. Before we even do anything with the gloves, she's gonna go get those glasses, and she's gonna give them to Steve. Here, Steve, I think you will look so much better with this, especially because it's magic.
Glasses? I don't need no glasses.
Steve.
I can see perfectly fine.
Steve, just try them on and look at one of the logs. Just trust me.
Steve is going to skeptically put them on, and then go to one of the other lockers and try to do it. So you said it's a +5?
+5 to disable on disabled device checks.
Crit fails. Oh my Jesus. Can he keep it? Can he keep the log?
Yeah, the lock pops open. This is the 4th one?
This would be the 5th one.
5th one. Okay. Just keep it here.
It went glasses, diamond, book, gloves.
Yep, 5th one. Okay.
Yeah, and Sapin just takes the gloves and just offers them to Crom.
I'll do an appraisal check on them myself, unless she's going to tell them what they do.
She will tell you what they do.
Okay.
What were
Then
they
in
called
that case,
again?
we'll say, that sounds like something better suited to Steve.
I mean, you are the one who's mining.
I don't do much looking around at walls or listening to things.
We literally just did that like an hour ago.
Yes, I was swinging a pick at a wall, but those gloves aren't going to help with that.
I mean, look at the gloves. They're too big for him.
Yeah, usually magical items will fit in one way or another.
So you don't want the gloves?
I mean, I don't have any particular use for them. He's gonna, like, wiggle his spiked plate gloves.
Alright, so in the 5th one, it's again another hard hat with a name, pickaxe, worker's clothes, and a medallion on a necklace.
Oh,
I'm
please
going
be a necklace
to-
of protection +1.
Lift out the medallion
Yep.
and call Sapine back and say, "There's more, Sapine."
Okay, so she's gonna point her finger towards Chrome and just say, "All right, give me a second. I'll be right back." Yes, Steve.
there is a magical medallion hanging from his hand.
Alright, let's just do the usual. Ah, cock.
You're not sure. It's magical.
Hmm.
Here, let me give it a look.
Can you appraise magic?
Do you have detect magic on?
I do, yes,
Okay.
at all
Ah.
times.
Can I have a look as well?
Do you have any way of identifying magical items or having a way of seeing or detecting magic?
I can appraise magical metals.
Wow, nope.
Oh my god.
You question whether this is actually magical.
Alright,
You've seen the
alright.
magic aura on it, but you're questioning it.
Alright, can I roll knowledge arcana on this?
Sure.
Alright. This one is much better for me.
So, can I appraise it?
Ooh.
No. This is a Mind Sentinel Medallion.
A what?
Oh, what now?
Mind Sentinel Medallion.
Mind Sentinel Medallion.
Ooh.
Mind Sentinel. What is this? Okay.
Ooh, that's useful to basically everyone that was stunned earlier.
Okay, so the surface of this silver medallion is covered in angular geometric shapes that retract light randomly. The medallion grants a continuous +2 resistance bonus on saves versus mind-affecting spells, spell-like abilities. Oh, you know who needs this? Either Steve,
if the wearer
or
fails-
Treble.
Treble.
To save to avoid becoming dominated or confused, the amulet immediately grants the wearer a second saving throw to resist the effect. If the second save is successful, the medallion's power fades away entirely and becomes a simple piece of silver jewelry.
Oh, so it's a one shot basically.
Yeah, but it's still magical, so it's served someone well already.
All right, so
Recommend Aodin.
okay. So now that Steve has those glasses, Sapin just like puts this necklace around his neck.
And let's not forget that as long as he doesn't have to use that second reroll, he will still get that +2 forever.
As long as they got the medallion.
Yep. So
I'm not.
So Steve, you now looks gangster as fuck.
So has anyone been looking at the names on the hard hats after the first one, or have you not cared?
No.
Okay, just wondering.
I suppose Crom will check them.
Sabine.
Yes.
I will, once they're all looked at, I will give you the list of names and see if you get the reference.
Can I have the gloves?
Is it the godforsaken 7 dwarves?
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Why would you? Okay, all right, Trevor. Why would you want the gloves when the magic in them basically does what you already do?
Oh, no. So they let you see through
And here.
stone and stuff, right?
I mean, solid material.
Yeah, so
I mean,
I
you-
can only look inside.
you pop the
of
next
it.
slot.
She
There's a
thinks. She thinks for a moment. Okay, Striker, can I have a question for you?
Yes.
Could Sapin use Mage Hand while seeing through the walls?
Let me take a look. Where I think Mage Hand, you conjure it, so you might be able to do that.
Because
What
if
an absolute meme!
yeah, I mean she can do that. You know, she might as well keep them.
Uses it to steal from a bank vault.
Yes.
Mage Hand. You point your finger at an object and lift it and move it at a distance at will, or move it at will from a distance. As a move action, you can propel the object 50 feet away. So you have to have both your hands on the stone wall. So unfortunately, because that requires a somatic component like that, no, unless you
Damn
have
it.
still spell.
Damn it.
You can with still spell, but that's about it.
Damn it. It's gonna take so long before she's gonna start picking like meta magic shit. Fuck.
I'm getting a call from Rage. Just a moment.
Roger. Okay, so who should you get the gloves?
So I'm trying not to meta magic it, but One of my next upgrades is called Snake, which will let me arc and curve my blasts. So if I could see through the wall, I could shoot a blast around the wall.
That could be pretty cool.
Plus, you
Wait.
have how deep is your shift? Your shift
Sift.
ability?
Same as my vision.
So 60.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Which is a lot.
All right, and so that 25 was for the 6 lock, right?
Yes.
All right. Which item? Okay.
Guys, this is gonna sound really weird. I'm slowly getting used to only hearing on one ear.
All right.
That's how
so
I normally play.
there's again hard hat, work clothes, a pickaxe, and a pair of bracers.
So shall we do it again?
I lift them up to Sabine.
Ah, they're magic.
Yep, they're magic.
Alright, here we go, guys. I wonder what's gonna happen next. Oh my god. Well, time to roll for Arcana. That's it?
Hello,
Hello?
my love.
Oh,
Oh
come
no,
Oh.
never mind.
Okay, Steve,
you
you
can
need
try
to...
spellcraft.
Would spellcraft work on
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, it's identifying and crafting for items.
Alright, spellcraft.
I think mine should cover it.
Well, he
Oh.
could still attempt to get
Oh, you know...
experience.
Oh, you know...
Get more information.
Oh,
maybe.
you know, 25.
True.
Sure, I'm reading this right. Yes. So these are bracers of Glib Entertainer.
What?
Give me a second. Could you repeat that, sir?
Bracers of the Glib Entertainer.
Braces of the Glib
GLID.
Entertainment. What the fuck is this? What
Ooh,
are you
that's
pulling these items out of your arse?
expensive.
No, I've got a list of things that could be in these.
I mean, yes, but still.
Like a bard.
Okay,
We
so
don't have a bard, unfortunately.
okay, so while
That
wearing
is
them, the wearer gains
expensive.
+5 competence bonus on performance checks. Command the user gains the benefit of the glibness spell. What is this? The speech becomes fluent. You know? You know what? You know what? Okay, so Trebal,
Yes.
she's gonna give you the other gloves. She's gonna keep these.
One more locker.
And this is gonna be the ring of protection +1, guys. I'm telling you.
Ring of protection +2.
No,
Ooh,
you cannot have
expect
+2
that.
at this point. That's too powerful.
Yeah.
The lock does not open.
Oh.
Do it again.
You know, I'm kind of like, half-heartedly doing this, joking with Sabine, and then, all the rest are easy. But this one catches.
Steve? Steve?
Yes.
Sapine touches you. She casts Touch of Destiny on you.
Ooh, on that, I will cast. Hang on, what was it called again? Guidance. So that'll be an additional +2. One from hers,
+2.
one from mine.
Oh yeah. No. It's worse.
Okay,
Nope.
the Sapine's just gonna touch you again.
Cromwell as well, since it's fervor.
can be at this for a little while.
There we go.
Or, well, does it have an AC of 30? Or DC of 30? Is the question.
You get close. You can tell you're close, but you do not make it.
Okay, she
Ooh.
touches you again.
As does Grom.
I have only
Should
one
we at
more
least-
cast of that, by the way.
Look inside.
No!
Alright, Sabine is gonna touch you for the final time.
Oh, by this point, you also noted that the lock and this locker are made of a different material, by the way.
Can I do a appraisal before anyone, like, touches
remember,
me? Can I do an appraisal
okay.
on what...
Sure, you can roll appraisal.
Before she touches him.
Yeah.
To figure out what it's made out of. Why is
Guys,
this one so
why don't I just look inside of the gloves?
Literally no one is listening to Treble.
Reinforced steel. The other ones were just iron. This one is a reinforced steel. Not magical, but it's similar to how the adamantine was reinforced. It was...
magically reinforced?
Yeah, without being actually magical.
I'm gonna give a huff. I don't like this locker. This one's better.
Right?
And it's winning.
Alright, Steve, the final touch of destiny.
And I can do unlimited because of Orisons, so guidance again.
Oh, it's so close. It's right there. I know it.
But it still defeats you.
Sabine pulls out her fucking crossbow and starts aiming at the lock.
No,
That's
no.
probably not gonna do much.
She's actually fucking pissed. Oh shit!
Oh!
Oh! That 20! We did it! It took so long!
I
Oh,
get
right, very
pissed
good.
enough that I...
So
You yell at it angrily, and then you feel it shake as you scare it, and it pops open.
Okay.
I specifically yell, "No lock can stop the great Steve!" And then I crack it.
Sabine
Crack it open.
Sabine just moves her crossbow back on her back.
There is a helmet with a name. There is a very fancy looking pickaxe.
Yes.
There is some very durable looking work clothes. There is a book. A stone placed on top of the book. And the last one. There is what looks like a folded up cloth.
Okay. Before anything, I want to do two appraisals. One on the stone and one on the pickaxe.
Okay. Which one first?
I'll do the pickaxe first. Plus appraisal. Appraisal. I accidentally did 8 instead of 7. My appraisal should have been 7 for that roll earlier. My bad.
That there is an adamantine masterwork pickaxe.
Oh my god, we can go
My God.
we can go mine out that shit, guys.
I'm going to, pull the pickaxe out and look to Sabine and say, I think this pickaxe is a little bit nicer than that one over there.
I do
And
want to
give it
point
to
out it is
Sabine.
not enriched adamantine, it's just regular adamantine.
But it will work this time. She takes the pickaxe and she then offers it to Chrome like it's a sword to a knight.
And I'm gonna
He'll kind of
roll
roll
to
his
appraise
eyes
the
at that,
rock.
but he'll take it. And
The rock.
I'd like to.
Oh,
ask
I know,
you
it's
what-
the rock.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
I guess
the
I'll
rock-
roll for that one too.
Is a small bit of agate.
Oh, wait, that his crit fail was good enough to identify it.
That's what he gets. It's a small bit of agate.
Oh,
Ah!
The
It is
duality
not
of
a small
Tatsu.
bit of agate.
The duality of Tatsu, yes.
Oh, so it is. This small bit of agate grants its possessor a +1 luck bonus on saving throws, ability checks, and skill checks. It is a luck stone.
I feel like Steve is just gonna pick it up, kind of look at it, be like, this is nothing, and kind of just toss it behind him.
What?
Crom
He
catches
doesn't-
it.
Like it said, he just thinks it's a small piece of agate, which is not
So-
usually that.
Crom, find it! Crom!
So what Sapine and
Well-
Crom see is Steve pick up this rock, whatever, toss it, as he just tosses this magical rock behind him.
Do we have to roll perception to find it?
No, you have detect magic on. It's a glowy magic rock.
Yeah, I was just saying, and I'm sure Crom can just like catch it.
Well, you'd have to roll a reflex to catch it.
Okay, sure. Does that go by the reflex save or?
Yes, reflex save.
Okay.
It's basically agility.
Because you're not expecting Steve to throw this magic rock behind him, because you're seeing that it's magical.
Oh!
Yeah, you can catch it. It's like, no, that's not garbage.
And after appraising himself, he says, "Ooh, I think I'll hang on to this one actually."
Okay, what are you gonna look at next?
It's just a rock.
Crom just winks at Steve.
Ah, so be it. I've known many men to collect strange and bizarre items, such as rock shards. Man, there was this one who's collected seashells. Quite an interesting fellow.
Wait a minute.
So I want to point
I'm-
out that each of these hard hats counts as a helmet and would grant +1 AC. This one, though, is a little bit nicer.
So, shall we roll?
I mean, it's just nicer. It's not magical. It's just would give +2 AC instead of +1.
I am going to pick up the book that was
It's in
under
common.
the rock. It's in common. What is it?
You look at it, it says Manual of Bodily Health, Volume 1.
I
Fucking what?
I'm going to motion for Treble to come over and give it to Treble.
He slowly takes the, like, what? Why?
Treble.
There you go, my friend.
Treble, this is a book. It has a lot of, it tends to have a lot of information on it. You can open it, read it, and learn from it.
You know, when I first met you, you accused me of being racist. But you really have shown your true colors.
So, for those of you who don't know, this thick tome contains tips on health and fitness, but intertwined within the words is a powerful magical effect. If anyone reads this book, which takes a total of 48 hours over a minimum of 6 days, he gains an inheritance bonus of +1 to +5, depending on the type or volume of the book, to his constitution score. Once the book is read, the magic
Whoa.
disappears from the pages and becomes a normal book.
Well, I'm reading that later.
Yeah, but do you know that it does that?
Okay, how heavy is this book?
It weighs 5 pounds.
Can Sabine mage hand the book towards her?
Is the book unattended?
I thought I grabbed it.
But is it unattended?
If he's holding
no,
it, it's
just-
attended.
Are you holding it?
Yeah.
I will wait. I will find the time when you are not attending to it.
It's gonna be a thief fest over this book. I'm then
+1
going
to con.
2 + 5.
Well, no, this one's a volume 1, so it's +1.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going
On the thing
to.
that literally decides my damage.
I'm gonna carefully go to the. Wait, you said there was like a folded over cloth of some sort.
There's a folded piece of cloth, and the suit looks much nicer than all the other suits.
Well, I'm gonna carefully kind of open up the cloth.
When you open up the cloth, it unfolds into a big cloth circle.
What?
He's holding a magical cloth circle, by the way.
Oh my god. It's a square.
I'm 90% certain that's probably one of my favorite magic items.
So,
This is a circle of cloth spun from webs of a face spider interwoven with strands of ether and beams of starlight. The resulting it's a portable hole. It's a portable hole. If you
How
didn't,
nice does it look?
I love the picture in this, so I'm gonna see if I can get us a good picture.
Because if it's sparkly enough, Steve will keep it without actually knowing what it is. Though he might know if it's a portable hole, he probably would know what that is.
Maybe.
I can roll for it.
Okay,
like a
can someone
appraisal
explain to me
myself.
what is this item?
It's a portable hole.
What do you mean portable hole?
It's
I mean,
exactly
if
what
you
it
wanna
is.
hold there, There's a hole
It's
there.
cartoon physics.
What?
You know when, like, I don't know, Looney Tunes, where they kind of pull a hole over and they jump through it? It's exactly that.
What?
Find the image on just searching it. But
This is just getting silly. I like it.
so here,
Ooh. Wow.
it creates an extra dimensional space. When opened fully, a portable hole is 6 foot in diameter, but it can be folded up into a small as a pocket handkerchief. When spread upon any surface, it causes an extra dimensional space 10 feet deep to come into being. This hole can be picked up from inside or out by simply taking hold of the edge of the cloth and folding it up either way. The entrance disappears, but anything inside the hole remains, traveling with the item. The only air in the hole is that which enters when the hole is open. It contains enough air to supply 1 medium creature or 2 small creatures for 10 minutes. The cloth does not accumulate weight even if the hole is filled. Each portable hole opens to its own particular non-dimensional space. If a bag of holding is placed within a portable hole, a rift to the astral plane is torn in that place. Both the bag and the cloth are sucked into the void and forever lost. If a portable hole is placed within a bag of holding, it opens up a gate to the astral plane. The hole, the bag, and any creatures within a 10-foot radius are drawn there, and the portable hole and bag of holding are destroyed are being destroyed in the process.
Okay, so we need to get a bag of holding and have this as kind of like a, like kill the final boss kind of item.
But by the way, a handy haversack counts as a bag of holding.
He's gonna put it in his pocket and not his handy haversack.
Good choice. But wait, would you know to do that?
I feel like he would know what a portable hole is.
Roll me an appraise check to see if you do.
I hope I do.
And this is where the party dies.
At least you guys.
Ha! I
Oh,
do.
no.
I definitely do.
Oh, thank God.
Oh yeah, you definitely know. You know.
I'm
And,
looking at this cloth with wonder.
And oh boy, Steve is going to have plenty of experience from this session.
And I put it in my pocket.
And I just looked at the price of that thing.
Ooh, they're expensive.
Did you see the price for the manual?
I couldn't even actually find it.
Well, it's 7,500 more than the portable hole.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm keeping this manual.
Treball, you better not sleep. You better sleep with your eyes open.
Why couldn't we get volume 5? It's only, 137,000 GP.
Well, so there you go.
Okay,
That's
now I
what you
found
guys
it.
got from there. Is anyone interested in the names on the hats by any chance?
I'll take a peek.
Not really.
If I could do Dwarvish, then maybe, but I can't.
Blick, flig, glick, snick, flig, wig, and kui? 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 Kui?
I feel like I've heard these names before.
What was the name of the book, the mining book again?
Health. The Book of Health and Fitness.
No, not your book, my book. The miner's book.
Are those? I think I said before where I think those are what, the Seven Dwarves? But I think they're what, the original play? I could be wrong.
Sorry, Rage is home for lunch and she's ranting after some driver on the road.
Oh.
Tell her hi.
Yes, tell her hi.
So I believe it.
Oh god.
Yes, mom's home. It was techniques in mining theory. That's probably not what I said originally, but we're just gonna go with that for right now.
That would help him with the
Yeah, I'm trying to find it on the or on the thing here, and I can't.
Well, that's because it's not in there. I came up with that name.
Oh, okay. So it's something you made. Homebrew.
Yes. It's a little homebrew, yes. If you read it consistently for a week, daily for a week, it'll give you a bonus to mining, and if you read it consistently for a month, that becomes permanent.
Awesome.
Essentially, you just got to study.
So we have both of books to read.
I mean, you have that book for a while, you know. Who knows? It might be gone
You literally-
tomorrow.
You literally just have to read yours for a total of 48 hours. I got to read mine for a month. Okay, and what was the name of the rock again?
A luck stone. Or stone of luck, however you want to read it.
Is that another homebrew thing?
No, it's in the stuff. It's in the source. It's a stone of luck is the official name.
Okay. Stone of weight, stone of weight, stone of good luck, stone of conjuring earth elementals, stone of alliance, stone of
Stone
alarm.
of good luck.
Oh, good luck. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, just straight up gives you a bonus to save skills and checks.
Awesome.
Who doesn't love free bonuses?
Free bonus.
Don't even have to wait or anything. All right. So does anyone get the name references?
I do
Is it the
not.
7 dwarves, but in
It's
the
the-
original?
It's the Broadway names for the Seven Dwarves.
Of course, there's a Broadway thing.
Of course, there's a Broadway play for it. Why wouldn't there be? And that's
It
the
was
name for it.
originally a Broadway play.
Well, actually, I'm going to use Sif just to take one last look around the room.
There's disused beds. I mean, they're beds, but they're kind of old, musty, and not the most comfortable things to sleep on.
No hidden
I was
treasure
actually
things.
also going to specifically check under the beds because people always hide stuff under their beds.
You know what? Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
I will roll something sneakily on my end. You find you find 900 or no you find 98 gold pieces
Ooh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
spewed about underneath. You know,
So no
Coin
hidden things in the walls or anything?
nope. Come to find out, the lockers were actually built in a way that would make them difficult to spot immediately.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Crom found 98 gold,
Oh,
just laying underneath the beds.
nice.
They're looking for secret things, and the way the lockers were set up and made them hard to see if you didn't know they were there.
Okay,
But
so
you guys got really stupidly high on your perception checks.
that's awesome.
Quite bizarre that they just left all of their things, especially some more valuable things. Here.
Maybe those things in the tunnel got them?
Maybe.
Maybe the whole hobgoblins got them?
Well, the hobgoblins have been here for a very long time.
Maybe they just came over and just felt like killing them?
Then there would most likely still be equipment spewed around.
I mean, we just found the equipment.
Yeah, but it was all put away nicely in lockers.
That means they probably just left and never came back?
But why would specifically dwarves leave such things of high value?
Because they probably just didn't have another choice.
Yes, but what was that choice that made them leave?
The hobgoblins.
Again, the hobgoblins have been here a long time.
Striker?
Striker?
Yeah.
Can I roll perception to see if someone is watching us?
Like from like a peephole or something?
No, I mean, if there is like something, so kind of like maybe magical device in nearby that's like looking at us or something, you know?
If it's a physical device, you'd have to roll perception to find that. If you're looking for like magical scrying, then you'd have to have some way of detecting said magical scrying.
I mean, she has detect magic.
That's not specific for scrying. That's for like seeing auras and identifying them.
Okay, so yeah, she's just gonna roll perception for that specific thing. Maybe she will be able to tell.
Do you mind telling me what you rolled? I'm actually not in front of my computer at the moment.
24.
24. You're not seeing any specific like peepholes or out of the place nooks or crannies or anything like that.
Hannah, no.
I mean, we could go back to the skiff, figure out how long this storm is going to continue lasting, and if there's enough time, we can go down the main tunnel a little way, see if there's any information down there.
I mean, if everything goes wrong, this is a tunnel, and we have a person with us who can create water.
Twirling his pickaxe, and we've got this.
I
new
don't
pickaxe.
think I'll be going down the main tunnel. Don't want to face those creatures again.
Well, that was just down the side tunnel.
Sabine actually smirks at Trebal and says, "Oh, finally showing your true colors."
Someone who wants to live? Yes.
Oh, come on, adventure. We could get rich down there.
Or we could get killed. Just because you have some obsession with money.
I mean, we didn't really have much trouble killing the two we were fighting before. I mean, not like you would know.
Well, if I'm
She has a point.
useful, then you'd have no problem going on without me.
It's always good to have a meat shield.
I just looked at Crom. He's got a real shield.
Yeah, but Chrome is actually useful.
Again, he's got a shield.
like I said, he's actually useful, but we can like throw you at them and you might be able to slow them down for a minute or two.
Or we could strap him to the front of my shield.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, you two do what you want. I'm gonna go and read a book. One more word, and I'm closing the cave behind me.
Treble?
I raise an eyebrow.
Is everything alright?
I just don't like risking my life for money. I don't see the worth in money when death is the outcome.
Oh, wait.
Then,
So you do not see the worth of money.
Yes.
then why are you on a grand adventure to hunt down a very massive army of hobgoblins in the first place?
He's got a point.
For the fun of it. Partly. Partly because I also want...
That makes
Yes, let's-
very little sense in comparison to your previous argument.
Well, I don't consider fighting monsters in the dark that can petrify me with a single scream to be very fun.
Oh, come on. They don't petrify you with a single scream. That is literally you just being too much of a scaredy cat.
Now, the skeletons were fun. Sandworm. I was excited about that.
So are you telling me that you are scared? Do you like the bravery? Should we from now on call you Treble the Coven? Sorry, Treble the Craven.
I start walking away.
Treble the Trembler.
When I get
Treble
to
and
the
treble
door,
thoughts.
That's the opportunity.
once I get through the door, I actually do a stone wall to just lock them in.
Fucking seriously, mate?
Yeah, it's time for you to learn how strong they are.
I mean, we have an adamantite pickaxe now.
Yeah, no, they're not strong. But he does it anyway. Too used to that.
So yeah, after he does that, Sapin just looks at Chrome and just says, "Ow, rude."
Agreed.
Anyway, we should probably break that wall.
Yes, that's a good point.
You
Crow's
go
gonna kind
check
of
with the captain.
what?
Yeah, check with the captain, and who was making sure you guys went and got his companion, and Eodin, who went with them.
Yeah, so
Yep.
basically, yeah, I'm heading back to the captain and saved.
Man, Tribble is one hell of a pussy.
Everyone who wants to explore, you can break down Treble's side tunnel thing or go down the main tunnel.
What?
What?
Oh. No,
What?
yeah.
I'm confused.
I think we're all a little confused now.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, we were gonna go
Wait,
back
so-
to the captain anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was just talking about wanting to go and explore more.
Yeah, but that's gonna be after. There is such a thing as a sequence of events.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, so did you lock us in the cave altogether, or did you just lock the side tunnel?
No,
No,
he basically locked the door, for lack of better words,
Yeah.
with a fucking wall of stone.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Hey,
evil.
Finn,
by
how
the
long?
way.
How long have we been going for now?
3 hours and 50 minutes.
All right, I think I want to call it in 10 minutes then.
Alright.
So after
Honestly,
we break
you
down the
guys just-
wall and get back.
Yeah, you guys just got a bunch of loot, and there was combat.
Indeed.
There's going to be some experience.
There is going to be some experience shared.
Anyway, I guess Crom will kind of huff, then sigh, and then using his new adamantine pickaxe instead of his old pickaxe, he will tear down Trabal's little wall.
Roll for damage.
I mean, roll for attack as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You said it was 2 hit points per level?
Yep, an AC of 5.
Wow. Something could break that probably.
Yeah.
3 plus 2 plus my new 1 for skill checks. Checks.
Yep, that's it.
Is it the same as the old pickaxe for damage or higher?
I do not know. It will be higher.
I guess we wait.
How much damage?
I was asking you how much damage that the adamantine one does versus the basic.
I mean, it's still a d6.
Oh.
Okay.
It's
Just
still
goes
just a
through
heavy
tougher
pick.
things.
You just ignore hardness, which is
Ooh.
essentially damage reduction.
Why would... I mean, you don't want to ignore hardness.
Oh. Plus,
The roll stands.
plus 3. So that's a
The
7.
roll falls.
So stone normally has a hardness of 10, which means it'll resist the first 10 points of damage when you try to attack it. Adamantine means you ignore that, and you just do straight damage to it.
The
was
wall
just-
stands.
I was just making a little joke.
The wall falls.
Well, it's 2 points per level for that, and I think treble is 3?
Yes.
Or you 4th level, yeah. So you poke a hole through it, but you don't break it yet. Or wait, did you add your strength modifier to that?
Yeah, I just realized I forgot to add my plus 3, so that's a 7.
So no, yeah. No, you break through it in one swing. You swing it, and it just crumbles.
Well,
Quite an interesting dwarf, that one is.
I guess time for us to go after Treble the Craven.
Yes, let us regroup with Camden to see how long this storm has to last.
Hopefully not too long.
Crom is just kind of chuckling as he's stepping through the now hole.
Now hole. It's a whole hole.
Stepping through what is now a hole.
A hole. Wow. Yeah, so funny.
We are
We are
in
some
the hole.
cringy individuals.
I love it.
All right. Well, so we're got everyone back at the ship.
Mhm.
Camden's chewing out the individual who more or less confessed everything because he was afraid you guys would tell anyway.
Steve did not plan on telling. I'll let the record say.
Something kinda did.
And Crom's a dwarf of his words, so he won't say anything.
Something kinda would. Just for shits and giggles.
All right. Let's see. And he says, okay, so we've got covering, and you see that he has like a tarp over all of the stuff that can't go underneath. And it says, it seems like it's fairly secure in there. So when the storm hits, and I'd probably say it's going to hit in about half an hour or so, we could probably hunker inside and wait for it to blow over. But looking at the size of it, I'd probably guess that storm's going to keep going into the night.
We had 3 hours before that storm hit.
No, about an hour.
Well, I mean, we were down under for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the storm was longer than I thought. Okay.
Well, it was also bigger than you thought because of the distance it was.
Yeah.
5
And
minutes.
so he says, all right, let's everything should be locked down. Again, I don't think anyone's going to be coming out or going to be in that desert. I've seen those sands strip a man down to the bone.
Well, I suppose it's a good thing we found this here cave then.
I mean, we could have probably gone far enough south to avoid most of it, but I kind of
it's
prefer
been-
hunkering down in these deserts when possible, or when these storms when possible.
It's been
Yes,
quite an
better than
interesting
playing-
adventure here.
Yeah.
Better than playing the what if.
Yeah, indeed, you could say that.
All right. Well, everything's closed down here. Let's go ahead and see if we can make ourselves a safe place there. We may have to bunk down for the rest of the night.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Sounds like a plan.
She just goes.
All right.
I'm just gonna start reading his book as soon as he's able. Free.
All right.
The moment you open the book, you can feel your sins crawling on your back.
What's my sleight of hands? My sleight of hand's only 8, so I can't steal it while he's looking at it. If it was high enough, I would try.
All right.
John's gonna open up his techniques of mining as well and begin reading.
All right. Well, I think we are probably at a good resting point here. If we want to just bullshit until the end here.
Yeah,
Aye.
yeah. We could start literally here next session.
What was the name of the gloves?
Let's see, Finn put the things, the gloves of reconnaissance. Finn put it in the general channel. Just have to scroll up a little bit.
And Treble, you're kind of an asshole.
Says
Yeah, like if Sapine looks less like an asshole than you are doing something wrong.
In this instance, not really. Y'all spent how long insinuating that they were completely useless, and then when they respond with a fairly harmless prank, yeah, no, they don't come off as the asshole here.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go end the stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and next week.
See y'all next
y'all
week.
had fun.
Bye.
And hopefully this time, next week, I'm actually gonna have a functional headset and not just one earpiece.
You
Yay!
all have gotten
potato.
some sleep.
Alright, so yeah, stop streaming. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.